Okay, I think we're going to go now, Bree.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do it.
Good day, good love, good light. I believe we're live, I think. I'm waiting for us to show up. Okay, great. I'm getting the thumbs up. Okay, I got the thumbs up. We finally got it going. Thanks once again, you guys, as we work out the quirks of technology. Thank you so much for joining us once again in our world of wonder on Wednesdays with Wendy and Bree, as we share with you once again, and we explore, expand, and transform as we share our experiences with the languages of lights and how we can apply them, how they've changed our world. And I'm just grateful that we got this going today. So thank you once again. I really appreciate all your patience as we move through the learning process of all of this new ways of bringing all of this information to you guys today. So thank you so much. And you guys have been awesome. I've been watching the chat as I've been going through. So I wanted to say hello to Stefan in the room here. And I just wanted to say hello to everybody out there in the live chat. Thanks, Bree, for keeping everything going and working with me behind the scenes to get it all going. Once again, I just need to take a breath and thank Bree once again for helping me through it as we walk through all of this. And Angela, I'm just looking at everybody. Ivan, Stefan, thank you, Sacred Geometry, who's in the room. I see Will out there too. I'm just so excited to see all of you out there and all of the exchanges that have already been going on. So I really appreciate that. And there's so many things I wanted to share with you guys today, as always. And there's lots of follow-up from last week. So I love how there's so many things that happen week to week that we get to share behind the scenes, and that I get to share kind of behind the scenes with all of you, and privately as well as publicly. Hi, Will. Thanks for joining us today. Let's begin by, first of all, with all of the new stuff here, new technology. Hey, Will. Bree, let everybody know how they can hop in the room with us today. If you guys want to join in, we're in a Zoom room. We've got plenty of space for everybody. We've got the chat going on. So Bree, if you would, let everybody know how they can join us in the room today. If you would.
Sure. First, can you please make me the host so I can change the...
Sorry, I thought I did already.
No, you did the last time we were in here, but we've been
practicing. So, okay, guys. All right. So yeah, my computer just decided to reboot at all the wrong moments. So
as it goes, classic Windows. Thanks, Windows. So anyway, you guys can join our little chat we have going on here by going to Wendy's blog on her website, languagesoflights.com. On the blog page, there are postings for each weekly Wednesday event that we do. And in the comments of the blog, you can join the room here and chat with us. There's audio and video capability. You can also chat in the live chat through text on YouTube, and we will be watching that and talking with you guys. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you here. Hi.
And just a reminder, you guys, a couple of things, but just a reminder, a lot of people are shy at first. And if you want to just enjoy the energy of the room and you're not like ready to, you don't have to put your camera on. You can talk, you can ask questions, you can interact with us. If you want to be in the room, you don't have to put your camera on if it's something that you're not comfortable with. So a lot of people have asked me questions like privately, like, well, I don't speak light language. So, but that's kind of one of the reasons why we like you guys here, because one, we want to hear, and everyone wants to hear, if you don't speak light languages, well, what is it that draws you to it? How does it make you feel? What are your experiences with it? Has it changed your life in any way or not? What does it do for you? And to talk about that stuff. So I don't want people to feel like this is an exclusive place where if you don't speak it, because that's quite the opposite. And the other thing is a lot of people just tone or Maybe they call it just channeling, or maybe they're just singing, or maybe they're drawing the symbols. Maybe you're doing all of that, or a little of that, or none of that, or some of that. That's what we want to talk about and share, because this is very multi-layered and very multi-dimensional, as we're just beginning to understand. And we were talking in the chat just a few minutes ago too, if you were there, about how even I use it with our animal companions. So there's lots and layers to this. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So thanks, Bree. Yeah, for so you guys hop in if you want to come in. And again, this is a place where we want everyone to feel comfortable. Like this is your family. Because we are each other's families, soul families, star families, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, because people think that they can't come in, and I want people to come in who do speak them and who are just starting or have been doing it for a long time. So there's so many things that I wanted to share with all of this, and some of the things I wanted to follow up from last week. So and so anyway, are we good on everybody how to get in the room?
Yes, we are.
Okay, good. So. And of course, we're watching the chat here, and so yeah, please do if you have questions. Yeah, Bree's mostly Bree. She's watching the chat for us, so that we can answer your questions as quickly as we can. So stop me if I get too far ahead, and you guys want me to stop and talk about something. So I tend to get really excited, and because I'm so passionate about all of this. So. A couple of things I wanted to say right off the bat. I'm seeing Ivan and Zinnia and Will's here today. And again, still feeling, he's my companion now and my pillow, and our, our mascot, the turtle, has been a huge part of our whole awakening process. And so coming out of our shell, I wanted to say thank you, Ivan and Xenia and Will and Bree, of course, Linda, everybody, Sherry, everyone who is involved in, we are still feeling the waves. I can't even call it ripples, you guys. We're still feeling the waves, the tsunami, literally, as we have a hurricane flowing here near the States. And I wanted to send out loving energy to all who are in any way related to any weather situations right now. And my love and compassion to the Bahamas. There's so much downloads I got, you guys, about the Bahamas and these storms and the Bermuda Triangle and the skulls and the underground cities. And there's so much more to this than meets the eye, literally the eye of the storm. I wasn't even going to talk about that, but here we are. So, but I wanted to say, speaking of that, in Florida and all the people in the coast in Florida and everyone, and I couldn't believe it. Fort Lauderdale airport was closed yesterday. So, and we were just there, we were just there with the turtles and the sand and the people and Will and all of you who live there and Linda and all of our friends there who came to visit us. And I just want to send my love and that I have been, and many of us, especially in the astral, have literally been working with light languages and our energy and our power to push the storm away. And I wanted to let you guys know that maybe this is why I'm going that direction, is because this is one way I use light languages personally, privately, and publicly, is to remind everybody you can connect with everything and we can change. Bree and I saw that many times. We talked about that in our preceding webinars on Wednesday about how we were able to change the weather, and how so many of us, when we put our energy and our love and our intention into that direction, and we say, you know what, let's push this storm back out to the sea and cause as little damage as possible. So I'm just getting ripples again of energy right now, of that love exchange and how we come together in these times, and how I personally in my own life have been so connected to the islands of the Bahamas through channelers and psychics in my own life, in my own personal life. And so I'm just now learning about these connections in my own life. So I wanted to say, with all of that I wanted to thank all of you for being there once again at that event. And we're still literally feeling the ripples of that, and to see you guys here and to see Ivan and to see, and I got a message from, sorry, you guys, I'm so excited. Jose today, and he couldn't be here today because he's working during the day. And so that was something I hadn't even talked to Bree about yet, but it was like I was getting this idea this morning and just thinking about all of this and all of you guys, how I wanted to also do maybe an evening hangout too, so that for those who can't be here during the day. So anyway, it's just been something I've been mulling over, not weekly necessarily, but because I want to get everybody and I wanted to say thank you to those of you who have stayed in constant contact with us, who are letting us know about your continued experiences and growth and expansion. And some of these people are speaking light languages overnight and it's still happening. So there's people that I know Linda has sent me messages about people who are speaking light languages overnight in her own situation. So many, again, ripples have come out of that event. And so I wanted to thank all of you. Ivan says, yeah, love the turtle. And that's, Ivan, I don't know if you saw that, but these were for sale at the B Ocean Resort. And apparently I got the very last one in the entire resort. So I wanted to, share that with you. So Marcia said she's trying to join. Good. Here, glad to say, she says Florida is here safe. Good. And so Zinnia saying hi to Will. So yeah, we really had a great, beautiful star soul reunion, meeting everyone for the first time, but it actually being a reunion. And you guys, I've had so many dreams lately, in the last 2 weeks, especially. I don't even know if I've told Bree how many dreams I've had in the last couple of weeks I've been at more ocean resorts, and we have been doing events, and I have been and see, I'm getting all the chills again. We've been on ships. We've been together. We've been doing events, not just her and I, but all of us. I've felt you guys. I see you in my dreams. I wake up in the morning. To all of you that have been, I have made such wonderful friends. And the friends that I had and already had, the connections and the understandings and the explorations have become deeper and more not more meaningful, but more full. I don't know how else to explain it, and even Bree and I have explored and experienced more fullness and in our explorations these last few weeks. So I wanted to start out with a couple of things. I wanted to wish Ivy a happy birthday today. Birth, BEARTH. Happy solar return, Ivy, or Star Village. And she sent me pictures of our synchronicity kitties today, our cosmic kitties. I just happened to be talking to my mom and my sister yesterday about the cosmic kitties and ragdoll kittens. And my dear Aunt Becky, who's transitioned, she had a ragdoll kitten, which she actually left with my cousin and in her transition. And we were just talking about the ragdoll kitten yesterday. And so I was talking about Ivy. And so today's her birthday. A couple of things, it's funny, all the technology stuff, you guys, that we were going through today. So last night I was sharing with a friend about tea. Dave and I were sharing our tea love. And I was talking about Gloria Clark from Terra Teas, who we had done a tea party with in one of my Galactic gatherings of lights and light linguist lounge. And so today I hadn't tried it yet. So I was talking about my Yogi Sweet Tangerine Positive Energy tea today, last night, I mean. And it was funny because then this morning, it was like something told me today would be the day to try this tea. So here's to you, Dave. And so permission slips in my lovely teacup, I wanted to share with you guys, because this is part of what light language is all about. It's about color and joy and bringing the beauty and excitement into our day-to-day lives and blessing our tea. And today's been about citrus for me today. I've also been in the blue and pink mode of this balance of divine feminine and masculine. So, but it was funny because it says, supports elevated mood and energy levels. And boy, did I need that today as I was going through all of this. I'm like, oh my God, my computer's been fine for an hour and now it decides to reboot as we go live. So it was like, clearly my guides were telling me I needed something today. So, so here you go. So here's to you and here's to Gloria. Gloria Clark, I just wanted to send out my loving energy and healing blessings to dear Gloria. We're connected with the plant world, the tea, the herbs. Remember, you guys, every tea that we drink, everything, coffee, everything is from the earth, right? It's herbs, it's plants, it's a part of nature, it's the elements. We're connected to everything. And she had sent us several teas to do at the tea party that we did our little tea party with Alicia. I did it with Alicia with Temple Beautiful, and we had a lovely time. And I wanted to send out healing today to Gloria of Terra Teas, and she's actually based in Canada, and I will find and post her link. She is awaiting a pacemaker in the hospital right now. And so I wanted to send out loving and healing to her and to put the intentions out to her that she gets through this and that we once again are blessed with her and her tea, and that we have another tea party with her. And so I just wanted to send my love and light, and all of you, if you would, to take a moment today to send out blessings to her and anyone, light languages or otherwise, your loving energy, because there are no boundaries to your love and the energy that you emit. And to anyone who is in need of physical healing, emotional healing, spiritual healing, perhaps they can't even identify what it is that they need, and we don't need to. So, so I wanted to send that out. And how are we doing, Bree? Do we have any questions or comments before I kind of dive in with a couple of other ideas?
Well, I thought what Stefan was saying in the YouTube live chat was really interesting earlier. So I would like to read a few of the comments that he made.
Sure, please do. Yes.
Because I had heard of this before. And so now I'm like, ooh, I'm on a hunt. I'm going to find these articles or this research. So he said, according to a study, more brain centers are activated when speaking in light language, when speaking in tongues, also known as glossolalia.
Glossolalia, yes.
Glossolalia. And he said
something you guys we haven't talked about yet with glossolalia. So thank you for bringing that up. Go ahead.
For sure. Yeah. So he was talking about how he was listening to a conference about near-death experiences, which is fascinating, by the way. Everything that, I mean, I know quite a few people now that have had near-death experiences, and the stories that they tell and the things that they've seen and experienced in that point, and deciding to come back here. It's just, it's incredible. So I highly recommend looking that up if it's something you're interested in. But anyway, Stefan said he was watching a conference about near-death experience, and Raymond Moody was talking about exploring the language of people who are nearly dying. And then he did a study about nonsense language of these people who are close to death. He said Raymond is not only famous because of near-death experience, he's also a philosopher of language too. And he found an interview where Raymond talks about the strange symbolic language of people who are dying. And so I'm going to pop those links into the YouTube live chat because he put them in the Zoom room here. So thanks for sharing that, Stefan, because I think it's just another, another confirmation, you know, that there is something more happening here with real languages, like actual real languages that we are bringing through from our heart space, from our soul, from our higher selves, from our guides. And there's a lot of power in this, especially as we start to own it and look for how to utilize it for the greatest good. So
absolutely. Stefan, did you want to speak at all? I didn't know if you could or wanted to, but that's fine if you don't. I just wanted to see if you wanted to elaborate on any of the things that you shared there. or give you the opportunity since you're here in the room. And it's okay if you don't. We get it. Sometimes people are someplace and they can't actually talk, but they can type. So I get that, you know, and I love that you guys are here. Hi. Oh, she's here. How are you? It's good to see you. That's so great.
Hi, Shell.
Hi.
How are you? It's so good to see you. Hi, Michelle. I'm so happy to see you.
I'm so happy. Thank you. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's so exciting. I know how exciting it is sometimes. Is this your first time coming into a hangout?
Oh, yes. I was trying to figure it all out, and I figured it out, I guess. I'm like, I don't even mind the camera being on, but I'm like, is the camera on? I don't even know.
Well, we see you with your headset in, so I don't know if it's your camera or your picture, but
that is a photo. That's not her video.
That's what I thought.
You have your video on. You can turn it on if you want to. That's. Oh, there you go. Hi.
There's my shiny face.
Oh, it's so good to see your shining face. Oh,
thank you.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah, I'm noticing my background too.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh my God. Is that a Monet behind you? Or it just looks like
I'm not sure.
I just happened to see it behind you. I was like, oh, it just looks
like the ocean. There's a bluebird. There's like an old postcard. This is Australia, New Zealand, and then like this angel I found, and I was like, you know, the lights and stuff, and kind of like
I love
it. Like a little, you know what I mean? Like I've gone through a lot of changes, and I've gone through a lot of hard times, and I always needed something to kind of just personify or to focus on, to say you're okay, you're magical, it's always inside you, and you know, like there's like little golden rays all around me and stuff, and I have to remember that sometimes, because sometimes you get so pulled in. But anyways, let's talk about great things.
But that's
no party here. Thank you so much for inviting.
That's a great thing that you mentioned, because today my guides were talking about permission slips. And so today's been about permission slips, about whatever we use, whether it's a person, a place, a thing, a ritual, a food, behavior, cleansing rituals. It doesn't, every single thing, crystals, light languages, every single thing is a permission slip for us to discover more of what we are. And those change moment by moment. And I also use photographs and paintings and things around my home as a permission slip to discover more about myself, to make me feel better, to, when I look at it, it makes me feel good and feel happy. And this is what and this is what part of the languages of lights is about, is embracing sound and color, and finding feathers, and I mean, stuffed animals. I have a menagerie up here, that these are my permission slips, like you said, to remind me I'm magic, that light, that feathers are magic, that when everything is a language of light at helping us to discover more of how wonderful we are. Look how beautiful that is. See, and I have chimes, and I have things hanging, and I've got things moving, and
but even like taking like things that exist, like this is like a monument, like it shows like a monument that I see a lot around Massachusetts. I put a heart on top of it, so when I see these, like, I guess you'd say, see it, it's a monument, you know. It's just this phallic symbol. So I kind of feminized it by putting a heart on it, you know, and just reminding myself that we are bringing the feminine aspect to this world, that we come away.
I mean, seriously, everything you're talking about, I wrote right here: divine feminine, divine masculine. Today's date equals 7, which is unlock. So we've got the unlock, the sacred symbol from Sirius is unlock. Bree's favorite number is 7. And that's what these languages do. That's what these symbols do. That's what these permission slips that we have within our world They help us unlock ourselves. They help us. We are our own gatekeepers. We are our own key holders. We are our own way showers. And yet we're also the way showers for others. I was commenting this morning about how even a few years ago, you guys, when I first started speaking light languages, and even before I was speaking them and was looking for others who did speak them, I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, I was not aware of any, except for perhaps Daniel Scranton. I don't know if there was any males out there speaking light languages that I could find at the time. Now, there's a lot of them. And everything you said, Shell, everything, divine feminine, divine masculine. They told me this morning, 2019 is the year where we are finding balance. The trinary, the number 3, it's a 3-year, it's a trinity year. We are discovering our divine feminine and our divine masculine create a magnificent, wonderful new thing. And this energy was so deep this morning. They said your inner doorways, these languages and symbols unlock the inner doorways within us. And that they're neurological, they change the neurological pathways in our brains. They change the way our synapses fire. They change the way they fire, the speed at which they fire, the way we process information, the way we can process light from the sun, the moon, the reflection of the sun off the moon, the soil. We can literally bond and integrate and have an intimate relationship now with our creation in a way we never could before. And because this is the year of balance, we're coming to this beautiful, and this is one of the reasons why we have chosen pink and blue as the symbols for male and female. And yet we use the androgynous, the green, the yellow, the purple, the combinations of these colors we use as the symbols for the non-feminine, the combination of them. And it was really weird today too. Even I cut a bunch of lemons and limes today to talk about citrus, right? For some reason today was about lemons and limes and yellow and green and citrus, but it was also pink and blue. It was like a celebration for me of blurring the lines, and finding that I did a picture. It's funny you said that with the heart, Shell. Look what I drew this morning. It's like a fulcrum with a little heart at the top, and they said, male, masculine, and feminine, you are at the fulcrum, and right here is the 0 point. Oh, thanks, Bree. And when you understand that this is the 0 point, that is where you find love. See, these are my notes from this. This is what I do in the morning. This is my life. So when I'm getting ready for a session or a webinar, or even if I'm not, this is kind of my life. So, and so I was writing all this, and they were saying to me, love is the 0 point, the center, the gate. And they said, this is the gateway, you guys, for 2020, 11/11.
Well, I think her video froze. I don't know if you can hear me, Wendy.
I can celebrate 11/11 all over the place. So, and it's 22. So we've got the 2020. And so we've got the number 22. So they were reminding me about that. The 22, 2 and 2, divine balance. And they said, look up the number 22, even the repeating numbers. Everything's permission slips for us to be reminded that, like you said, Shell, that I'm divine. I'm amazing. I'm magical. And I just forgot everything. And so I'm so glad that you said that and hopped in today. I see what I mean. I get so excited when you guys confirm what I've written in the morning. This is what freaks me out. And I wanted to say hi to Alicia, Temple Beautiful. Oh my God. And Bree, talk about the fastest manifestation ever. Was it when were you here? 2 weeks ago? And she and I were talking about Alicia, and I said, I can't believe it. You guys are an hour away. And Bree's like, I know.
Yeah. Wendy, you're cutting out. Your internet is pretty bad, so we can't hear you. But Wendy's talking about me meeting Alicia the other night.
And what happened out of the blue?
Oh, now she's gone. Oh no. Well, the story that she's sharing is that the other night I got to meet Alicia from Temple Beautiful. Finally, we live in the same state.
Am I back?
And so it's quite a pleasure. Welcome back, Wendy.
Say, okay, am I back now?
No.
Sorry about, see what I mean? My energy, sometimes you guys, I swear to God, my energy gets so strong. I think I blow myself out right out of the water. And I even have my selenite wand here. I keep as a permission slip because it helps with technology. So anyway,
yeah, it helps clear the energy.
It does. So I just wanted to share that. Now, how did you guys get to hear all that about Bree getting to meet Alicia?
No, but I told a little bit that I got to meet.
Okay, but it was just so funny how we were just talking about it.
Yeah, and I knew it was time for us to meet. We were both waiting for the right time.
And so, yeah, it was just really incredible that you guys got to meet and that we were just talking about it, that it happened that quickly. That was like our manifestations, you guys, are speeding up because our perception of time and reality is changing. And our perception of time and reality is changing a lot because of these light languages, and that we're sharing them, and that there's more and more of all of you sharing them, speaking them, experiencing them. So all of this is because of us and because of you. And I wanted to remind all of you of that no matter where you are and when you are, you're all playing this big part as way showers. And we've got to remember that. We have got to acknowledge that. And it because it makes a difference. It really does. And so we literally are unlocking these light codes within us that are literally our brain synapses and our DNA waking up. And I think we all have come to understand that, even if we don't understand that. Even I don't understand it, except that I can share it with you and share with you what I've come to understand. And it was interesting because talking about us being able to control weather and circumstances, back to Alicia traveling, she was having a lot of travel issues. And she said, and I told her, I sent her a message, told her I was thinking about her and her travels because she was having some problems with getting to her destination. And she says, well, you know what, if you could, send your cloaking and protection over the plane and get me. And you guys, I'm not kidding. I said, done. I closed my eyes. I set an intention. I literally saw her plane in my mind. And I was like, what I did in my mind was, I was like, the panels on the space shuttle. So I was like building all these panels of like the space shuttle around her, the whole hull of her plane. And then I literally saw myself like tuck the plane under my arm and like carry it over to DC and land it on the tarmac. And I was just like, done. And it was just like, and I'm getting all tingly because then she sent me a message later on and said something like, I could literally like feel you putting the stuff on the plane. And I was just like, it was almost like she
said that she actually saw grids. She said that she saw grids when she was on the plane.
And it was like, that's what I was actually doing. Like literally I said, it was the best thing my human mind could come up with was, oh, well, what about the panels on the space shuttle? That should work. I was like, where the heck did that come from? I have no freaking idea. So
That's really cool.
Isn't that
It
weird?
shows us our
So
power.
she saw like the grids, because in my mind's eye, you guys, I saw like the squares and the rivets. It was like, I can't explain it, but that's what my mind did to her plane. So anyway, you guys, we are so freaking powerful. It's not funny, but it is funny. Okay, is there any? I've got a couple other things I wanted to share, but is there? I wanted to see if there's anybody who wants to share in the room. Will, Stefan, anything so far? We haven't even. I don't even. Sometimes I don't go into the let's do blessings and because I get so excited because I always have so much to share with you guys.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone here would like to talk, of course. Oh, Will says he has a little light language. Hey, Will.
Oh, hi. Oh, yeah, and I got something to share with you guys. Oh, my God. Hey, Will.
There's something to share. Hey.
How you doing?
Totally awesome. How are you?
I'm awesome too. Do you have light language? How are you?
Look at Shell's face. She's going, what's going on?
Are you back in Florida?
No.
Are you still north?
Yes.
Cool. Enjoy. You'll probably be happy. You'll probably be happy you're not there right now.
Exactly.
Excellent. Yes, please do share.
Hatia ta anania cha akaso unawa harasai. Shahari at anahe sakata rahutarasa. Yahana arahata tiri anana ska. Atahana ishashaya at arahutarawara. Inahara haskashashia nanauho sohutara. Akanara harahaskanana shishia. Yahana. Atahari yasanana ucha awurua. Sahananiya ta'anana haskananaya sohoso uta dawaye. Hananaya sahashashaya. Atahariya shasha. Isananahare hatananiya. Asananiya ashasha. That's all for now. That's a never-ending stream. Nahariya sasaya.
Nashiata intaria sonoma ikiasano te ikiasano sali halakoa la jonote ikiasano sale ila kasanatesha kaiantaya ka ashanoso somosote ilakia ila kashonate ela jonate. Thank you, Will. Niasota shali ina nakia. Do you speak light language, Michelle? And if you do, would you like to?
I'm still trying figure out the Zoom thing. Okay, cool. So I'm talking now. Yeah. Yep. So I do, and the audience that I kind of, my channel for YouTube is attracting, it's probably easier for me to say that it's called tongues, like from the Roman Catholic.
I get it. I understand.
Like tongue. Yeah. And then so to say it's kind of like, I don't want to shock people awake in a way, when they're ready to hear, they will. And if they push upon it, I'm kind of in that area where duality is still rolling, but I don't want to be here, but I am not. It's what you are. It's what you believe. But so the people that are coming to my channel are probably going to hear me speaking in tongues, and I've done that on my videos, and I even made a light language playlist so they could see it. And you inspired me, and I said that last week as well, and I'm glad I get to verbalize it to you and just say, thank you so much. It really, seriously, you just feel like you're an alien in a human body. It's like, and I don't know, but here I am going, that it's this, but it's kind of like, I feel like I'm speaking Italian Latin thing, but it wasn't like that at the beginning, but it seems to be where I'm rolling right now. Maybe it's my way of kind of helping people connect and then understand they have that power inside them. and that they can express themselves. And I really, Bree and Wendy, both of you, you know, even Stefan sharing his light language just then, it's like we're all coming together. And like you said, like, let's start putting our videos in another language, you know, as in, you know, not English, but a different language, to bring them here to understand that we're all speaking the same language.
And I would love to see, I'm loving seeing that across the world, you guys, because I'm seeing now people, getting interested in sharing this information in their own native language, just like we were talking about last week. And I'm loving that I'm seeing that more and more, that people, I think, are moving in that direction, because there's people that are doing it in Spanish. So I'm starting to see that. So it's very, very interesting. And it's interesting too, that you brought up that the idea, you know, talking again about speaking in tongues. And it was interesting because I was having a conversation with my mom and my sister yesterday, and we were and I was talking about light languages. We were talking about the event, and I said to them, because this is something I've never actually said to them before, I said, well, you know, I have been told, because I've not read it myself, do not read or know the Bible. I mean, I have read parts of it, but don't, you know, so, but I said to them that people have said that light languages, and they have repeated, you know, to me where it's found in the Bible, people speaking in tongues, and Linda's talking about speaking in tongues. And so I said to them, have you ever heard that term, speaking in tongues? And I don't think that they had. And I said, well, there are references to it that I understand in the Bible. I said, and if you remember, and I brought up my best friend, and I said, you remember when she taught me Chico, that secret language, that the English speak, it's not really English, but didigu, yudigu, nidigo, midigai, nidigay, midigiz, what again, didigi. And I just said, do you know my name is Wendy? So, and then you know what she said, Bree? She said, oh, did you teach it to Bree yet? And I said, no. I said, Bree and I speak other languages. I don't know if she's even interested in learning it.
Bravo, Davi, Avai, Spavik, Avavavi.
That's what I told her.
Same sort of thing.
She speaks another one. I said, that's different from the one we speak. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Awesome.
So I'm glad, I'm glad that you brought that up too, because there's different ways we all come to all of this, and everything is every single thing is a permission slip to discover more of who we are, no matter how that is. And even your languages, many of us speak lots and lots and lots of them, and they change. And then sometimes they'll be the same for a while. Sometimes I can do one video. Like I did a video the other night. There were so many beings and languages. It was just like, it was almost as if I could feel them floating in and out, like giving their 2 cents. And it's a very interesting exchange sometimes. And so well,
Ivan said something interesting about that.
Yeah, go ahead, Ivan. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Ivan, if you would like to unmute, he's here in the room now. Hi.
Hi, Ivan. Yes, I'm so happy that you're here.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, hi.
Oh, awesome. Oh my God, it's I love you guys.
Oh my God, it's so good to see you.
Sorry, I just got a new laptop, so I'm still trying to figure out how to use this darn thing. So it's taken me a while to stumble my way through it. But so there you go.
Ati hara unta yashana te likiasana te likiasano to okoshana selikia lejonote alakasonotela ampakashana se. I'm so excited to have you here. Amashatori kiasana, and thank you so much for attending our event. It was amazing to meet you. Gashanotaliata.
When I actually attended down in Fort Lauderdale, I think prior to I was already starting to speak light language a little bit. Then whenever I went over there, it's like I had just cracked the faucet open. And then here comes Wendy. It's like, no, honey, that's not enough. Open it wide open, let it just blast out. I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
I'm so excited. That's what I want to hear.
So Ivan, you put in the live chat, you said that you've been speaking, it's like the more that you're speaking, the more your vocabulary is kind of expanding. Can you talk a little bit about that in your
Yeah, so when I first started speaking it, it sounded like S is just S, 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 that. And then when we went in Fort Lauderdale, it was just so that's all I had, rapid fire. I'm like, whoa, slow down, Paco. I need a freaking, I can't go that fast. But then once I started playing around, all of a sudden I started going with and I started playing with the speed of it. And then because I'm nutty that way and I'm eclectic when it comes to music, I decided to kind of speak light language over a certain beat. And then all of a sudden a hip hop song came on and I'm like, I wonder. And all of a sudden I'm freestyling in light language. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yes.
That's awesome.
That's what I do all day long. That's all I care about now. I literally
That's all we care about.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Bree, what's your go-tos? What do you like?
What was that?
What's that?
Oh,
what are your go-tos,
anything.
Bree? I was wondering what songs, both of you, like which songs do you gravitate towards, or what artists do you gravitate towards?
Well, recently I've been singing to a lot of Metric and Bjork and let's see, Lindsay Sterling, anything, all of that, just any sort of like fun electronic kind of side.
Oh yeah, Bree and I had fun listening to Lindsay Sterling here on my front porch. That was awesome.
Yeah, and I know that that's all opening up in really incredible ways, and I think the music industry is going to be huge in sharing light language with the world, and I'm looking forward to being a part of that somehow, in some way, even just getting people to talk about it, right? So, so Ivan, that's really cool. You had that experience, and I would like to pose a experiment to you and everybody who does freestyle to
I love it.
My experiment that I'm wanting everybody to take part in so that I have a better understanding as well. We can all learn together. I noticed that if I channel light language to a song, a year later, I go back and I channel light language to the same song. Of course, I'm just channeling it. I'm not paying attention to what I'm actually saying. I'm saying almost the exact same words. Almost the exact same light language words, even a year.
Isn't that weird?
And I would like to hear if other people have this sort of experience. Now, it's not about like paying attention to, what exact word am I saying in every moment? It's more just like, letting it flow, but then I've recorded myself and it seems to be the same. So I'd be interested, Ivan, if you or if anybody has experiences like that, I want to hear about it.
Actually, let me fill you in really quick, because usually when you hear a song, especially one that you really connect to, you tend to memorize all the lyrics when you hit the high notes, the low notes, etc. What I found out, because I was thinking the same way you are, is when I thought to myself, okay, if I'm going off with this rhythm of this certain melody, if I'm gonna stumble like you usually stumble whenever you're trying to memorize another song, what I've noticed is if I just let it flow, it's almost as if I'm writing a melody right there on the spot, as if I'm writing the lyrics right there on the spot. So whenever if I try to go off of memory of a song that I really like, I trip all over myself and I slaughter the song. But if I speak light language, it just flows flawlessly and I don't even stumble all over myself at any time. Even if which cracked me up whenever I did the hip hop beat, because I have a strong connection with Archangel Chamuel. Apparently I'm a fractal of.
Oh, interesting.
But I was thinking to myself, I wonder if Archangel Chamuel knows how to hip hop freestyle. And in my head, the automatic response was like, "Who the hell do you think invented freestyle?" I'm like, "Okay, well, me." So I went ahead and started, freestyling via light language, and I'm like, "This is freak!" I couldn't stop laughing. I was dying laughing. I was cracking the hell up. I was like, "This is so awesome." Anyways,
that is incredible. Oh my gosh, Ivan, I'm gonna get some of those some hangouts going where we can freestyle.
Oh, we totally have to do that, because I love doing that too. So.
That's so awesome. No, I love it. I truly love it. Honestly, and if we could somehow record the session.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
If you want to talk about affecting the music industry, because a lot of electronic music or techno type or whatever, even a lot of the rap music nowadays, most of the time you don't even know what the hell they're saying. So I think this one, it can be a positive tool for humanity in that sense to kind of influence in a different direction.
Yeah, it's going to change everything. I feel it so strongly. I can't, it's like big. It's really big.
It's really big. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and there's actually intergalactic assistance with all of this stuff too, of course. I mean, interdimensional and intergalactic assistance. It's like they're like, please, they're waiting to share music and art and poetry and everything. All civilizations that are communing with Earth now, that are, you know, hanging around and helping us out, and like, oh yeah, they're raising themselves up. Okay, I guess, you know, we can start to be friends. We're gonna have a huge art party here, you know. It's like the creativity is just starting. Oh, there you are.
Hey!
I figured it out.
Oh, yay. It's so good to see you. Yay. You know, this is exciting, you guys, because you know, for you guys, maybe if you're new to my channel or new to these hangouts, thank you for coming. I always forget to say that, you know, thank you, all of you, for all of your support, all of these years, whether, or if you're just new to the channel or somewhere in between. I just wanted to thank all of you guys, because this is just amazing. And this is what I like to do. And these are the kinds of things that this kind of technology and Zoom rooms allows us to be able to do more of this kind of stuff, like do these musical hangouts and do these. I've been really wanting to do more, and now I have the tools to be able to do that a lot easier. And so just by having this, and so the more people that are learning to use the technology, it makes it easier for all of us to hang out and exchange this stuff. I've been in choir. I was in choir since since they let us be in like 4th grade, up until I graduated high school. And then I was in the adult choir for a little while. But I understood, just like Angela was saying here, that she said, wow, Bree, I feel the energy imprints on songs and everything put on over top of that song, kind of like reading layers of energy of the song, or comments happen with that as well. That's exactly right. And this is something my guides have been telling me for the last few months. And they kept using layers of light. And that's what they kept saying. Everything is layers of light, frequency, vibration, music, sound, color, everything is layers of light. And that music, of course, is going to be, how do I explain it? They said it's almost like music is, what are they showing me? Like the central chord of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know even if I'm even explaining that right. It's almost like there's this, that music somehow is the thread that runs through like everything. And I'm not even sure. And I don't know if they mean mathematically. I'm trying to wrap my 3D mind around what they're trying to say to me.
Well, I mean, in terms of like the Fibonacci sequence and sacred geometry, when they plug in those algorithms of the Fibonacci sequence into music, into computer tones, correct, and they play it in a linear fashion or whatever fashion, and they use those notes, it becomes a beautiful, incredible song. Actually, on, I think it's quantumconversations.com, she has music that's, and other places too, there's music that's specific to the Fibonacci sequence. So I mean, that's like the universal energy. Yeah, I mean,
and I was thinking about that earlier, Bree, when you said that. Because remember, guys, every time we open a piece of fruit, we see this sequence. And so the spiral, the sequence, the Fibonacci. And so Stefan just said something too. Music is wave, light is wave. And that's really weird, you guys, because I wrote this morning, symbols, downloads, key codes. They are the key codes to our inner gateways, our synapses in our brain. Our brain waves are light codes. That's what they said to me this morning. And then you just wrote that. Music is a wave, light is a wave, electrons are a wave. That's what they said to me. Your brain waves, guys, are just light waves. They're like, you can measure them. So we're finally, as Tesla said, beginning to understand, if you start to see your entire world as vibration and frequency and resonance, you will unlock the keys to the universe. I mean, and so here we're having this conversation today. This is amazing. I mean, this is exactly what's going on, is we're facilitating the application of altering our brain waves and our DNA in ways we've never, our cellular structures. We are nothing, remember, but a light body, a kaleidoscope that changes billions of times, minute by minute, moment by moment, breath by breath. And time is just a permission slip in order for us to have a three-dimensional experience. That's it. So we can experience time differently depending on how we wish to experience our three-dimensional journey, if you will. So all of this and us and these light codes, and this starts to get into the segue of talking about last week.
Well, let's do that in a moment. Hold on.
Well, yeah, that'll come in a few minutes. But
One second, I wanted to comment on what Angela said too about feeling the energy imprints on songs. So yes. I've heard multiple people, as I bring up this, hey, so there's this thing that's happening where I will channel light language to a song that I love, and then a year later I'll go back and channel light language to the same song, and it's the same light language. And people have said, oh, maybe you're channeling the energy of the song. Maybe you're channeling the, like what Angela's saying, the energy imprints of the song. And I'm like, maybe I am. But then another part of me is like, I feel like I, on a higher level, already decided what lyrics to channel to what songs at what times for whatever reasons. And it's like all just coming through in the right moments because this is all just flowing from my heart. When I sing light languages, getting through my day, it helps me get through my day. Helps me be happy with being on Earth and happy with being here and living here and being a part of all of this. Light language has been a massive, massive comfort for me, and I just bring it through, from my heart space. And so I'm curious what other people's opinions of all of this is. If there's a tune that you really like and you channel light language to it, why do you think it's that specific language? Or is it something we don't even need to ask why, right? But the intellectual part of me is enjoying the analyzing. So yeah, so I just wanted to mention that. So thanks, Angela, for saying that. And thanks, Stefan, for talking about that. We have sacred geometry in the room with us. Yeah, he knows. He knows what's up.
I think about it, you guys, too. The words themselves, each one of the words are a light language of their own. They carry a vibration and a frequency. And so we literally are hearing the layers of light within a song, we're also hearing all of the instruments. Think of how it would be if you listen to a symphony all together, but then you listen to each individual instrument practicing. Well, they would sound very different as an individual than as a sound together. And even Bashar has said our music is very different. And you guys, those of us who understand, who are familiar with light language and toning, he said, our music to you guys might be very boring because it would like one tone, he says, but we hear it differently. We hear all the layers in that. And so for one tone for us might be very boring to you, whereas to us it's blissful. And so I think that also one of the reasons why, of course, we have so many different kinds of music, right? Because each one of us finds a different vibration and resonance and tone and bliss in a particular song. And don't we also all crave different songs at different times for different reasons? I think a lot of us, I will purposely choose a song on the radio. I mean, whatever. I will purposely choose a song to listen to, not on the radio, but, and listen to it because I want to hear the words. I want to experience the expression of the people who wrote the song, and because it means something to me and triggers me when I hear it. So, a song will pop into my head. I'll say, I need to hear it again. And like one of my favorites is the Moody Blues, The Other Side of Life. To me, when I hear those lyrics today, they ring more true for me today than I did in 30 years ago when they wrote it. And yet I understand those words were meant for today, just like Age of Aquarius and Fifth Dimension, by the Fifth Dimension. All of this music's timeless, isn't it? It teaches us timelessness. And so I think about Alicia too, because she plays the piano, and we're very, connected to art. All of us are very connected to different artists too at different times. And she and I share love, with Michael Jackson, but I laugh because she's also got a Beethoven behind her, and she plays piano. And I've always felt kind of weird connections to Beethoven. No idea why. I've never really cared to listen to that music, but for some reason I always felt this interesting connection to Beethoven. No idea why. So I find that really all very fascinating.
Because he was a cool guy.
And he was a cool guy.
Yeah, all of this is fascinating.
And I'm kind of looking through I'm looking through your notes too, Bree, on the live chat too, just trying to catch up with what everybody's
plant
talking
concerts. They're talking about plant concerts and singing light language with the plants, which is actually already happening in Japan. Our friend Yumi is already planning concerts, and I think she was a part of one last year. I don't know what she's done recently. I have to reconnect with her, but she said that she knows these people who sell these plant machines or plant music machines, and you just hook up these little electrodes to the plant, and it goes through this machine, and it produces these tones. The plant's energy produces musical tones, and then as the plant gets used to feeling itself making these vibrations, the plant is like, wait a minute, I'm doing that.
I can sing.
And then and it actually, as it learns, then it creates this beautiful music. And so they have all these plants up on stage doing this all at the same time. And it's just, it's a gorgeous.
I actually have playlists, you guys, on my channel of plant. I think it's actually called Plant Music. And it's something that many years ago I discovered. And I remember Bree and I years ago talking about it. And she's like, wow, it's just an EEG machine, you guys, that you hook up to your brain. And it's the same thing we talked about before about hooking it up to our brains to just see what happens when we speak light languages, what changes happen in our brain waves when we speak light languages. And so if you guys have not seen this, look it up, plant music. It's phenomenal. Yet, and what's interesting, once one hears it, the next hears it, they all get louder and different. And it's almost like you can't even believe it's happening. But
they create a symphony.
But this is what you guys, this is what light codes is when we go out into nature, you guys. We don't understand that it's like a canine, a dog that can hear a dog whistle we can't hear. When we go into nature, this is what our light body hears that we don't even hear audibly. We hear the trees are singing. We hear the soil singing. We hear the plants singing, talking. We hear the animal collectives talking. It's like, that is one of the reasons why I love what I call it meditating. Meditation is a lot of things, you guys. And sitting out here on my front porch is like a symphony. It's like I never get tired of seeing and feeling and hearing everything around me. It's like, I can't get enough of it. I have to drag myself back in the house because I know my light body, my light languages, I'm receiving light languages from them. And when I speak them back, they receive it from me. And this is what you guys, we need to understand. The tree hugger and talking to the trees and talking to our plants. Haven't we already known for like decades that if you talk to your plants, they grow better? Seriously, people. And we also know that if you ignore it or talk crappy to it, they die. So
Yeah, they're even doing experiments proving this now, even at like elementary schools and schools with kids. And so there's, you know, 2 plants and it has a sign and it says, okay, say bully this plant and be nice to this plant, and it shows one is thriving and one is dying. So yeah, it's and it all goes back to Dr. Emoto's water frequency experiments and showing the ice crystals forming with this beautiful sacred geometry with pure vibrations that are in support of all that is, and then the not so pure vibrations causing disharmony.
I love this. I'm so glad that we got onto this conversation because it's something that's been dear to Bree and I for a long, long time. And when I discovered it so many years ago, I can't remember when it was now. God, it has to have been probably 7-8 years ago or something. And I was like, and then when we found out that our friend who speaks light languages and she's Japanese and that had already started doing this, and now she sends us clips. Hi, Yumi. She's probably not watching because she actually, the time difference is so weird for her. I've been wanting to actually have her on, Bree, for a while. And I realized the time difference, we're going to have to work it out for her.
Yeah, we'll do it during the day or something.
So
we'll figure it out.
Really wanting to do that with her because it's exciting, you know, to talk to her about it. And so yeah, it's really, really nice.
Now, I would like to shift gears a little bit here and address what Angela said about moving to a new place. And then if anybody would like to share in the room here, we can do that. Oh, Stefan said the vibrations organize the structure of matter, like it's shown in plates, in some sort of plates, Chladni plates. I don't know what those are. Yantra is formed from mantra. Stefan, I do not.
Oh, okay. I kind of understand what he means though. And he's right though.
Like the schematics, like showing the sound hitting a speaker and then it.
Yes. It's kind of like the same thing, you guys, where if you put sand, music to sand, it creates a geometric design. Same thing with water. If you apply music to water or a specific tone, it actually changes the molecular structure. And so basically, I believe that's what he's saying, and correct me if I'm wrong. He's saying that it actually, the vibrations do literally organize the molecular structure, which is why they tell you to talk nice to your body, because it changes the molecular structure of the water molecules in your body. If you don't think so, talk negative to yourself and talk positive to yourself and ask yourself how you feel physically. You can feel the difference. You guys, it's not magic. This is fact. It's science. This is not an untruth. This is why you can't say things like, I'm an idiot. Or, you know what I mean? It molecularly changes your vibration and it changes your brain synapses. It literally slows everything to a crawl. I can't explain it any better than that.
Well, brain synapse.
Haven't we talked about, Bree, how many times that our thought processes have paralyzed us where we can't physically act or do anything because of how emotionally we feel? It paralyzes us, you guys. You can't move. You can't make a decision. You don't know what to do, where to go, how to act, where to live, where to work. And let's go back then to her question about her home and moving into a new home. Where was that at? Where'd she write that about moving into a new place?
So she just moved near the Mission Mountains, which is in Montana. And this links back to years ago when we heard that there's apparently a pyramid in the mountains of Montana.
You're right, Bree.
Actually, I don't know if it's in the mountains, but there's apparently a pyramid somewhere in Montana. At least one. There might be more than one.
And
I don't think it's been discovered yet.
You're right. Because we had someone who was going to go to Montana to go find it. Remember?
So as soon as it was weird, Angela, because when you wrote that comment, I thought that you wrote the word Montana. And then as I was reading, I was looking and I'm like, did she ever say Montana anywhere? No. And then I looked up where Mission Mountains are and it says Montana. I'm like, wait, was that like a psychic thing that I just had happen?
Okay, you guys,
I just knew it was Montana.
That's funny because I drew a pyramid on my thing today and talk about the number 3. And permission slips. I wanted to show you guys. Now, I have this big pyramid back here that I got when we were at the pyramid conference, and I hang all my bracelets and things on it on purpose, intentionally, as a permission slip to magnify the light codes to my jewelry. So when I wear it to hang out with you guys or in sessions, it literally, in my mind, I'm asking it to magnify and connect me to all the pyramids all over the world, known and unknown. I also have my Shikani symbol, sacred circuit symbol to connect with them on, and the crystal. And what I do is at night, I take it off. I put it back in its original box. This sits on my nightstand. This is a smaller copper version of that, the elongated pyramid. This is a little mirror I made a long time ago, you guys. It's just a bunch of seashells I glued on there, covered it in some green, because it was to magnify my connections to my guides, to whoever wanted to talk to me, to my angels, to magnify the energy of anything I place upon this mirror. I use it intentionally for this purpose. I always have. This thing's got to be probably 20 years old. And it's just a little mirror that fell out of a cosmetic thing, and I glued it on there. It's just a little crafty thing. But this is something I did years ago, and I'm often guided to place things, different kinds of objects on the mirror at different times for different reasons. And one of them is this little pyramid. And so what I've been doing recently is I was guided to take, when I take this off at night, I leave this on my nightstand next to the pyramid so that this crystal can connect with all the pyramids and all the crystals all over the planet, so that I can help bring all of that information from that to you guys. This is the stuff I don't talk about because y'all probably think I was nuts. So, but this is kind of how I live my life in my
That's
day.
really interesting. So, do you think the mirror actually further assists with the energy?
I feel as if it's
of the pyramid.
Somehow I feel it's reflecting the energy and the information. See, you guys, now my temperature literally just now, my body temperature just went up. I swear to God, at least 3 degrees. I am like so hot. And right now it was as if just like that, me talking about it, it was like the energy in me is so bizarrely strong right now because they're telling me, good job, share this shit because this is real.
Right.
This is real. I put symbols on here. I put crystals on here. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bree.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, I just have one of my pyramids sitting on my mirror here on my desk. I've had it. It's my,
yes. And Angela says we do the same things, Wendy. Yeah. I love it.
Yes, of course.
I love it.
So this is my Pleiadian star that I actually got at the first pyramid conference.
I was just going to say, I remember that.
Yep, he gave it to me. And then this is my Organite pyramid, right? So I have this sitting on here on my desk, and that's just like,
you're like.
So then, Wendy, do you think if a massive pyramid was built over a reflective surface, what do you think that would do for all of the things that because pyramids don't just do one thing. They're quantum tools, just like light language is. Pyramids are quantum tools, right? In many different ways. So what specifically do you feel, if anything, would that do on a massive scale?
I can't even begin to tell you what my brain waves are doing right now because you asked me the question. I'm just like, I don't even know if I can answer that because I think the answer is obvious. Like, oh my God.
Okay, Wendy, I got a question.
Oh, please.
So you have your pyramid, and then and this coming from my technical background, I'm looking at the pyramid as your capacitor and your mirror as your battery. So a capacitor usually holds a charge, which is your pyramid, and your mirror is your battery. So I'm thinking that, back to what Bree was saying, if that small pyramid that you have with a mirror is giving such a charge, if you will, just to give it a certain terminology, a positive charge to whatever you put around it, and so on and so forth. If you're seeing that on a small scale with the items you have in your house, now let's amplify that to what Bree was saying. How would that affect the environment if that was brought up to a much, much larger scale?
You know, you guys, the applications to this are endless. And if you guys want to experiment, and I've played with this a little bit, you can do it in your own house, and you can make paper pyramids. You put your fruit under it on the counter, put one piece under a pyramid and put one without it. The one under the pyramid will last longer. Fact. These are facts, which we can play with. How many people do pyramids in their yards just to sit under? They don't need walls. Right. You just need the structure. Everything you just said, if we started applying this on massive scales, the opportunities are endless. Imagine the crops we could grow. It has been a proven fact too that the radius, and I forget how far out, maybe a mile even, they've talked about how vegetation grows better around pyramids, even the structure itself, how everything within water. Bree and I've talked about this before. When you place water within the pyramid structure, we've seen it proven in the Pyramid House up in Wadsworth, Illinois, literally changing the molecular structure. As you said, the vibration, it literally created a change in the water just sitting inside the structure of the Pyramid House. So right. You're absolutely right. Can you guys imagine if we all started using this idea? And this is one of the reasons why people like me and Bree and you, and we're all excited about talking about this, is because we know it's going to change the collective consciousness, because now we're going to move into that reality. And it was interesting. Several months ago, I was talking about how I want to move into a reality where all higher education is no charge. No charge, no loans, no nothing. If you want higher education, it should be free. I said, that's my new reality. Before I knew it, you guys, I started seeing philanthropists here and there. And all of a sudden they're going to their alma mater and they're going, you know what? We just wiped all of you guys' student loans clean. We paid for it all. New NYU now, if you want to become a physician and you go to NYU and you go into like general practitioner, there is no tuition, you guys. It's tuition free now. Public knowledge now. Tuition free, NYU, you want to be a doctor. And I think the criteria is to get people to go back into medicine who can't afford to go into general practicing because they can't afford it because of our system being so screwed up. So by doing this, they allow people to go back into the neighborhoods or their own places that need general practitioners, and that if you go into a specialty medicine, I believe is how it works, you have to pay back your loan. So it's doable all over the world, you guys, it's doable. And so, but the point is, once we decide that we want to move to a particular reality, like we're all having this conversation today, we will all shift to that reality together. That's how this works. We will all then become part of this, where the pyramids are waking up, where we're going to demand that they start getting uncovered. There's governments that are actually planting vegetation on top of pyramids on purpose to hide them. They don't want us to know their power. Why? Well, we know why.
Yes. I don't know if you're aware of, I think it's on the Travel Channel, America on Earth, to where this gentleman's actually going around and actually going to certain locations where there are known pyramids here in the United States, just like in Montana. I want to say somewhere towards the central of the U.S. is where this gentleman was actually doing his investigation, because a lot of it is here again.
There's some in Illinois and Wisconsin and Michigan and Montana and I forget where else. There's a lot of them here.
Yeah.
I think the more people here again, the more we start doing this.
Pyramid at the bottom of the lake, bottom of our lake.
Is there?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
The more we do.
Yeah, Alicia and I are gonna go.
What's that?
Oh, which lake? Which lake, Bree?
There's choppy internet. I don't know the name of the lake right now. We're gonna go pretty soon. Ivan, you were cutting out a little bit. I'm sorry. What were you
Yeah,
saying?
go ahead, Ivan.
No, I was saying that the more we do this and the more people get exposed to this, the more they're going to start gravitating towards these locations and are going to start uncovering them
Exactly.
themselves. So eventually, government or no government, they're going to demand, we want to know what the heck this is. We want to learn from it. And what knowledge are you withholding back? Because our government is not that big. We
Exactly.
outdo them by
Well,
millions.
like Bashar said many, many years ago, I wrote in my journal, God, I can't remember when. And he said, when the people lead, the leaders will follow. And this is what we've got to start demanding, you guys, that this is the way it's going to be. And we are the ones who are going to put these people in place of power to do this stuff. And every bit of this is see, now I did not even think the conversation would go this direction today, but I'm so glad that it has, because this is important information. Unlocking the mysteries of our universe. Isn't that what we all want to do? Scientists, mathematicians, spiritual people, healers. Isn't that what we're all really trying to do, is just understand our creation and tap into them and understand the mysteries of the universe? It's like, isn't that all we were really trying to do? And yet we created the mystery so we can uncover it. How fun is that?
Yeah. We did. We are finding our own puzzle pieces.
You know what? And my jaw dropped. J. Holland 404. The ocean is the giant mirror you speak of. I went, oh, yes. Wow. Good job. Okay, that kind of gave me so imagine now, guys, a pyramid on the scale of the ocean.
They have floating. They're building floating pyramid houses.
So
like this, that's already happening. So I wonder, I mean, the bigger the better? I'm not sure. There are floating pyramid houses. I don't know if they're actually in like commission yet, but
did you see Angela? I just noticed that the top of the mountain across from me is pyramid shaped, and it's the only one.
Angela, if you happen to live by that pyramid in Montana, I am just going.
I mean, that's pretty crazy. Yeah.
So
and I totally
going back.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just
going back to that then. Oh, Shell, are you trying to talk? I'm sorry, Shell.
Go ahead, girl.
If you've been trying to talk here, let me unmute you.
You're going to hear a lot of cats meowing and purring and birds. I'm good.
Okay.
I'll do pantomime. It's fine.
Okay. Well, if you want to unmute yourself to say something, you can hit there's a button for audio that should be on your screen.
It's just like a little
unmute yourself. If I mute you, it's because somebody else is talking and there's background interference.
Sorry guys, a technical commercial. Thank you.
That's okay. Yeah.
Real quick, Jay Holland 404. Thank you so much for that input. Thank you so much. That was awesome. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, and and then they put look up the book How to Design, Build, and Use a Subtle Energy Phased Array Pyramid Intensive Garden by Don Elwood. The pyramid energies is proven to help plants long ago. Exactly. This is not new, you guys. This is ancient. We're just remembering.
Yeah. Actually, Jay Holland reminded me there's also a guy, I can't remember his name right now, but he has built pyramid greenhouses.
Yes.
And it's exactly what you think it is. And of course, I mean, and it also helps when the pyramids are aligned to, what is it, true north? I think when the corner is aligned to true north, then it helps set it in the grid. I believe. I might be wrong about that, but I think that's what I learned.
Angela, please do take a photo of it and post it someplace where we can see it. And because and I wanted to apologize to you guys. I forgot to take a picture and post the thing I read to you guys a couple of weeks ago from Michelle Kidd, the poem, awesome. and her card. So I wanted to let her know. I'm sorry, I did forget. I will do that. I wanted to post it and attach it to, the hangout from the other day. So I just wanted to let you guys know that it's been a crazy couple of weeks. So please thank you and bear with us.
Yeah. Well, centering ourselves after
But
traveling.
yeah,
and
so
everything.
please do take a picture, and we'd like to see it because we love the interaction with you guys about when we're having a conversation about this and these synchronicities. It would be wonderful to say, hey, go see Angela's picture about the thing we just talked about, and and feel free to share it like on my Languages of Light's Facebook page or whatever. Is there a way she can she share it to my website or no? Well, anyway, we'll talk about that later.
It would
like in
probably
the
be
comments
easiest
of the
to share it
blog. I wasn't sure if you could do that or not, but
maybe
anyway.
in the comments on the blog, why don't you, if you have Facebook, it'll be easier.
Yeah,
to
just do it
share
on Facebook, and then that way we can link it to the conversation today. But yeah, this is extraordinarily fascinating.
I would like to offer a light language blessing then, Angela, for the Mission Mountains in Montana, where you just moved, and do some energy clearing in that area. I just think it's very synchronistic that you just moved there. And I'm very happy for you. It's probably beautiful energy. So these blessings are for the Mission Mountains, but also for the entire Earth, because the Earth is going through a lot right now. And it's going through a lot to show us that there are some calls for help, right? And we can come together and we can make a difference even with our focus and intention on seeing the healing happening and knowing it can happen, right? So for you, Angela, for the lovely mountains there, I have a photo of it here. They're so beautiful. Ne san ne shanna ne onna etia shanna hanne ne honna etia siasa shania toto shesia ni hayo toto ani shau hite sinkiat ara ito ka santia sanea shatauro oto ante sea oto ne yane na sea to shene yo hai indea hauto ho shania hauro hoania ya wa hanio hua hanya ta hanya aura o en ya au se en ya au so hane ya so te shakarane soto shokoso na ya seyo ora na ya soto to shisane yo to shika aya so no ne anda aya so o yo so o aura ono tashi yao sho haya now shaki sao I ni shu haya shu Ayasotoshuk osh and I she Hiasokosha Yahashi Yaur o ante Yasai Shoko Asha Aya Ashaoko Oto Osha Aya Aka Aya Ano Aya An Ayas Ao Shi Ayas Aya Shi Yoshoi Shi. Blessings. Thank you.
Namaste, Nyashodhya. That was extremely powerful. My hands are like really vibrating.
Mine too. Yeah.
Anybody else like to offer any blessings in any language? Go for it. Ivan?
I knew it.
Come on, Ivan.
Era tu ayaria, edete ewato, ewato, tu ayayo. Era tetia, what the two ayare, what? Irayo ara what the two ayayo. Era to wo, yayo what the two aya. Era te ayoa, terewa. Era ya tia yo what the te uato. Hey ayo. Whew. I felt that in the heart.
So beautiful.
Thank you, love. My heart's vibrating really.
I'm
really
telling you, that was so beautiful. I just,
Really warm energy.
yes,
Really loving,
it
warm.
was so warm and loving. And I just,
It made me smile.
oh, I know, it just made my hearts all happy.
Well, I have to say this, that if I speak in English or hablo en español, my voice tends to be much more, I don't want to say aggressive, but has much more oomph to it. But if I go from that, if I go from speaking in English to "Eretoai, iratatutia yo atatore, eratatuai ereria, Ohio, itetoai era," all of a sudden my light language, I feel like my voice automatically softens, a very nurturing, soft
It
type of
does.
Mine
Well,
does.
it's because we're speaking from the heart instead of the mind. We don't have to filter words and understand, you know, we're every minute we speak, we're looking for a word, a description, a definition. And so when we speak light languages, we don't need any of those things.
And it's also the energy of the language you're bringing through too. It depends on the language.
And the
because,
intention.
You know, I mean, I can like intend to speak lion, and it's a very different feeling, and it comes out of me very differently than like
yeah,
fairy, you know, like really
yeah.
and then the lion's like it's very different, right? So but I've noticed the exact same thing, Ivan, and I do that even when I speak Japanese, my voice changes. And now that I'm speaking light languages and I'm having all of these different, whereas before it's like, you know, you get a little self-conscious about how the voice is changing and what the intonation is and what the feeling. But once we just let it flow the way that the energy is trying to or wants to, I think that's really where it becomes the most pure and profound and incredible and helpful, you know, by not trying to limit it because we're, you know, maybe uncomfortable, not sure. Some of it is strange to us. I mean, I've heard some light languages where, you know, you hear it, it's like, whoa, what is that? You know, it makes us just like, whoa, but it's cool. It's really cool.
Right.
It's all the different expressions of the universe. So that's cool.
Kittens. Speaking of lions.
I know, right?
That was perfect. That was perfect. Hey, you guys, I have a lion up here too that I got for the Lionsgate a couple years ago up there. Right there. Would you like to also offer a blessing, Shel?
Yes, definitely. I had to think about it, and I'm kind of like, well, that's why I'm doing this, like, because I really want to be myself and be who I am. It's really hard. And Ivan, thank you for going first. And I know that you did a workshop, I believe, with.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's awesome. And me, I'm only doing YouTube here and seeing Wendy and Bree, and now I get to meet you and Stefan, and other folks. I really appreciate it. So I want to just give thanks. And Islimero Managaresteregin Maratos to the Molocara Estene Fessenegristi. Pororo Morona Marino Musulomaya, Telamo. Telmoro Garanaraino, the Manardo, and the Mogazi Marajin Macareteri. Bostolomo numero Stelemaraste, Gistini Ministri, Varamaragoros, the Kistini Mecasta. That's it. That was a joke between me and my son. He does it better.
It was like my throat just kept wanting to like respond every time I was.
Yay.
Had that effect. I felt like I had to respond to what she was speaking.
I know. It was almost like I was like, I need to respond. It was really interesting. And because I was going to ask Will if he wanted to unmute, if he wanted to go next, because otherwise I was just going to start talking.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he's. I don't know.
Definitely.
Can you talk, Will? Did you want to offer?
I sure can, and I want to.
I knew that.
Yay.
If I
Yeah,
may.
go for it. My mountain brother. Let's send some love to the mountains and the pyramids and.
Oh, yeah, you got it. You got it. Harhat niyat achir sahud ur hadani. Ahananarishisha ataratitishoya arnahisko. Uhuradanahia Nahar arhiet arisachia sukua. Yahar arsanani. Cho uhu kananar harsha. Yaharna anna hashia. Chaya hatanara takuto rishisha. Yahar tanana harhatiriasha. Yoho urhanania. Yacha arhana achara akase si hatanani achar hatkua. Yahara hatarsa charna atarska haiti. Char hana atakar hitana uchuruhutari hinaya. Cha kanani ata anakuna ata ijanani kanu uncha nadukuahan ta ntasa. Sohur hananani hit arharsa kachiarta. Nata atasanana ata shashihoko. Yahananari sata arsahaya. Cha akasanana atatiri ata shahwa. Yahata anna harsihi chiasa. Atahachi anna katia shayatana. Asahanana shasa. Shahiyat arharne echa arkawata anyasacha. Saharhartiyati sahanani yasaka. Utahar harsani. Shahaya sa atan charania kana satia. Shahiyat arhananiyata atana shasha. So uhu shashaya narayatakaya. Shahayata anhazahia datananaha. Ichihara nawakahaniana. Sahayatana aratakatai. Namaste.
Ah, shit, yes. Thank you. It was funny because as you're talking, I was visiting like all of these places all over the country, and I was like seeing pyramids popping up all over the states, and then I started seeing all over the world, and then I started seeing like the skulls, and then I started seeing like Antarctica, and then it went out further, and they were literally showing me how like how they're all being fed information like from different star systems, and how we were all connecting into that and into that grid. I don't know. I don't know.
I agree.
That was intense.
It was just like, yeah. Wow. Kiyasano, thank you. Siano. And Will's been to lots of beautiful mountains and blessed a lot of places across the globe. And I'm sure that all of us, this is just the beginning for all of us to do this kind of energy work. And I started out as he started speaking. I had my energy focused on Montana and focused in that area. And then it started like branching out and popping up all over the world. And then it just kind of went out from there. And then they started showing me the information, being fed into all of the pyramids. And so it was a wonderful visual. So thank you, Will.
Oh. That's amazing. Will, what was the name of that mountain that we were on, that you took us up on top of in Hot Springs, Arkansas? Well, the mountain was not in Hot Springs, but what was the name of that? I always forget.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Hickory Nut Bridge.
Hickory Nut Bridge. And I'll remember it because I have hickory trees and hickory nuts falling all over the place here. So now I'll remember. I'll remember Hickory Nut.
Yeah, that was intense because you took us up there to activate the Atlantean crystal grid, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Is that right?
Quantum Atlantean crystalline field.
Okay. That was an incredible experience, and the experiences that I had there and the channeling that came through to me that day was like blew my mind right out of the water. And the experiences that I had when we were looking out at that vista, and all I could see was this is Era. It was just like I knew I was looking at another planet for I don't know how long.
Exactly. exactly. And it was
incredible.
that was the summer solstice of 2016, and it was an epic energy day. Everybody contributed. Everybody did a massively great
Yes.
job, and Angie helped put everybody in the proper order so that the energy would flow the way it's supposed to flow. It was just totally cool.
It was amazing.
Anytime we do things together, you can plan a structure, but when we come together and when we do work together, the energy that is created and delivered is much greater than anyone can ever conceive.
Absolutely.
And in acting that quantum field, reactivating it, because it has been dormant since the Atlantean times, and which makes it easier for everyone to remember their lifetimes in Atlantean information. And it's easier for everyone to bring that crystalline energy into their own crystalline self and their crystalline energy fields. And there will be some that will be channeling more and more information about that quantum crystalline field and how it can be used. And because it's talking to people, and there's so much Atlantean information that's coming out in 2019, and even more that's going to come out in 2020.
So there must be a direct. It's what?
It's time to talk about it.
Time to talk about it. It is. So there must be a direct link between the crystal skulls and the Atlantean quantum field. Great.
Yes.
Just a guess?
No, it's not a guess. The information I channeled previously is that the 12 Mayan skulls, or the crystal skulls that everybody talks about, are, and they're here and they're talking, are the same crystal skulls that were the 12 masters on the High Council in Atlantis, and the same 12 masters that were on the High Council in Lemuria, and the same 12 that have incarnated in this time space, this timeline, in the Pleiades, that are part of the Pleiadian Council for the Ascension. So they're the ones that are guiding us for the Ascension. And the quantum crystalline field was created in Atlantean times to reinvigorate all the individuals into cooperation and harmony and sharing of information, and bringing information and manifestations into this physical reality much quicker. And it helps create a 0-point manifestation. And they just want to speak in light language, okay? This crystalline field is at the quantum level, and the quantum entanglement with the energies of today, and because we are at a harmonic convergence point with both Atlantis and Lemuria, which is why this information is coming to a head at this point. So the pair bonding and the quantum entanglement that has happened is happening. And there are several that are listening to this right now that are just buzzing with this information. So we invite you to tap into that buzzing and channel more information about this. Channel information on how to integrate that into your energy field and how to emanate that. For then when you walk around, other Atlanteans shall wake up just by you walking by. And you have been called into the remembrance of your benevolence.
Ashnyata. Ashnyata ilak.
Thank you for that surprise prompting there, Bree.
There you go. Yes,
Anytime. I'm not done.
Okay.
So, light language plus pyramids plus crystal skulls. People all over the world sitting in their houses with their little, could be even this, right? Any sort of pyramid, any sort of crystal.
Connector. Yep. Get your skulls.
Your own light language.
Even your phone has a crystal.
Yep. Everything.
So
I want to say hi to Katie out there too.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Love you, Katie. So this is what's going through my mind now is instead of people thinking they have to go on these grand missions to these sacred spaces where there's this magical something or other that's going to do something magical for them, we can do this in our own houses.
Yep.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So what is your recommendation?
So I wouldn't say don't go. I mean, if you're
right,
place, and if you want to go someplace,
of course,
go.
But there's a reason. Yeah, there's a reason you're pulled there, of course.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is, people shouldn't think that's the only way they can do anything.
Correct. If you have, we'll say it first this way: if you have the belief system that you can do it by yourself in your own presence, then go ahead and do so. If you need permission to grant yourself permission to actually do it in your own presence, go grab a crystal. Take a picture of Atlantis or an Atlantean crystal to help you focus, or listen to a YouTube video about Atlantean music or anything like that to help you focus and focus in on the vibration. And whether it's a pyramid, the pyramid scales up into every dimension. Have you heard of the tesseract? So a cube, if you fold a cube up into the fourth dimension, it is a tesseract. And a cube can fold up into all dimensions. It exists in all dimensions. So does the point, so does the tetrahedron, so does the pyramid. Because the pyramid is half of an octahedron, and the octahedron is just yet another formulation of a cube. And they help bridge the gap of this time-space plane to bring things into physicality, besides being an energy powerhouse. And yes, you can connect your pyramid with all the pyramids on the planet through your intention, because your intention is that powerful. And as we have done in many of our hangouts, Wendy, we have just tapped into a vibration of something somewhere and then started to channel information on it. And you too can do it at home.
Absolutely. I do it every day.
Exactly. Do it every day.
That's what I do. I mean, I don't say intentionally I do it every day intentionally, but I do it, and I do it every day. And yes, I do it intentionally. And then I let it go knowing it's done. It's done. It's not something I need to keep repeating over and over or ritualize about it. I know once I do it, it's done. And if I'm guided to do it again or more often, then I will. But in general, I just know it's like I'm guided to do what to do, when to do it. And yeah, it's almost become simple and second nature rather than work. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it very well, but
natural. Yeah.
But yeah, it just feels natural. And yeah, I too actually I've been bubbling myself. So I feel like I've got some stuff that wants to come out as well. And I wanted to share with you, Will, I don't think you've seen this before. And maybe, I don't know if Katie saw it either. Bree has seen it. I was at a restaurant, I think it was in town not too long ago. And I got out of the car and I looked down and there was this little tiny metal bear. And if you look, you guys, really close, she's holding her baby bear underneath. this was very significant for me because something very divine and beautiful happened that in Arkansas that weekend, and with us and Will and Katie and all of us that were there on the dock swimming, and Bree and Will, and it was this bear energy. And she said, I could feel them. And she said, you know, you are the mother bear, and these are your baby bears and baby cubs. And it was just like, I had this overwhelming maternal wave come over me. And as if we were engaging as if we were connecting to this bear collective idea together, and that we were experiencing ourselves as this connection to that idea and the bear clan. And I don't know what else, but it was very significant that weekend. And I wanted to share that with you, that I had it laying here for a long, long time. And I forgot to show it to Katie the other day. And so I wanted to show it to you too, Will. So it's little things like this that we use for permission slips. And I use this as like a reconnection, you know, to remember that time, those moments, that energy, that idea, that what we did there, what we accomplished there, and everything that we've accomplished since then, all of us, you know, everything that we've accomplished since then. And so this is my little permission slip for that, you know, and so I just wanted to share that with you guys as well, because I hadn't. And the bear has always been a very dear part of my own spirit animal. The bear has been a guide for me, and the mother bear and the baby bears. I actually sleep with a little baby bear, a little bear that I got in 2002. And I take it everywhere. I took it to Florida with me. It never goes anywhere with me because I just can't sleep without him. So it's just something that's been a part of me for all of, I don't know, as long as I can remember. I've collected teddy bears, and I've had little teddy bear collections, and I'm actually, they're all packed right now, but so it's just been part of my awareness. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys, that, yeah, Mama Bear and her cubs. And that's how I felt. Oh, there you go, Bree. And the teddy bear has always been a symbol, I think, for all of us all over the world, no matter where you are. I think it's been a symbol of just the inner child cuddling, the baby in us, just all of that. And then that bear instinct, the mother bear instinct, and the baby bear, the idea that we're supposed to be together and we're families. And yeah, so I'd like to send this out also to the mountains, the Mission Mountain, and to the pyramids, and to all of you, and everything, this gratitude that I feel welling inside of me for everything that I've experienced in these last years with all of you, and what I'm experiencing now with all of you is pretty incredible. Nishiami Yasataliana Ilakosamarshula ki Izarjanaseto. Mijani Zemediana Niata li Ilakosa Mariano Mayata Sheshe Shamiata Hikilako Mianane Sete Shimatila Yena Kiblandiana Kalakoteriashano Sodea Baakakayashana Sotaliasha Metea Mijani Kia Giashana Tembiano Mayana Malakoteriana Niatoria Colianda Shinan Malakoteriana Niabalakotereshe Ivaji, Jamiana wala Katiasan, Samaniana Malakoterialan, Kialakosha Natalikura, Veja, Shianatia Lagozamazan, Janatia Lakosa, Ivatiana Malakoteriana Malakoteriasha, Sotoliasha, Utarakalaku. Miano, Miana, I Kiato, Senanianama Akarakotese, Sabayano Niaba Kolakasha, Sores Shanateke. Vizona zi aju de alu tembai nanakoa angaisha sote ya mianonoa kola se. Havajana telekosa masana tolakote elakosono sola korajana telekosa. Ahanomara eteiki etashena sotolia moroko seta lukaya. Havajana telekisa nasalo soha. Afatashe. Avashanen telekonomeato ikorokose va ateki sanatoria malakwela boshana telekosa nataluku vashe vagina tiemboya ita Diaria sana dea gia shanatoria ba ala kotera kasataria va genetola ko be ataya sapo shanatoliandaria kola koposona tela kasana shalo kose va janatela kitara ni malaka sana shada kotare she apa shata kela kosele va genetoria ba ala kosona salasona malakataria andara kisho va shete kiata diamalo kosamala te yanasha kiata ora semalo saya Ivashana tela kasena chapala kotania bala ana malakotera kalia naniawa akusha. Evasete, samosete, samajanatea. Una lona kumaya he maya. Himania kula kanayashi naleku. Ne posiate shina kia ina ni aba ola kasana tela kia na malakote angashi. Jemo sono te engiasha no tonia malikita yangasha no te ia. Vaje. Jano toma inana malako pagasana teki. Zemo sono te engiashana sete ilakomba alase. Zamoso ubushana te lengo yashana selo umbaya. La jonote kiasana selaki a pakashana se abajana ato. Bayana yana malako deaya. E janateo zaboze. A janatela kotia malakezana za ajano zabalakotena kela. E hanu. Nema ama atu. E koshana selo somate. Vuja kuma ate. Iu. Nangu. Neno mapu. Tesho. Nemo nona kia sonoto yamba enteo. Naya nona. Ia nana kia toria sotonia kore koshete. Zibushana te de kunama yetare. Zeto. Mia nani autoya kasana sela koteshana sela kia nono malako soloroko. Veshando to intiasana sapaliana ita. Veshano ti la kosama sototekia la kozapashe. Genatia sekiasa. Seposa neteliangoya. Je dodiamba kalia sono talianja shashena to kiata de kilokosa. Vashe tantiado lamania nakwa. Vatua. Majanote. Mihatusana sote kamialo. Mishanato. Avishanate asa. Miyake. Miyashonatea. And the doors have been unlocked and the gates fly open. Dajonatea waka. And together we walk through with you. Mashata niata ishanasa. It is a divine honor to walk with you, Matuyashana, on this journey. Naosana, Setosa. Thank you for allowing us to share it with you. Nejonatea ikorakasha shenate miyaka miyashana. Mahala namaste kyashote. Miyashanate. Thank you all. And I didn't even see you come in. Oh my God. I could see you. I could feel you. Dolores, I could feel you. And I didn't even know you were in the room. I was just going to tell everybody about the timestamp on the last video from last week as soon as I was done. And I didn't even know you were in the room.
I am.
Oh my God. Okay, so I want you to tell everybody, you sent me a message a couple of days ago, and you said to me, what? You said, look at the timestamp on last week's video and tell everybody what time it was.
Oh,
It was
I will see. Okay, just a moment.
Okay.
Just a moment, please.
I can't believe that, you guys, that I did not even know she was in the room, and all I could see was what they were showing me what happened last week in the hangout, and I was going to tell you guys as soon as I woke up, and she's in the room, and it was all about what happened with her in her room in this hangout last Wednesday.
51:05 till 51:11.
51:11, guys. 5111. So it started at
51:05
through
51:11.
51:11 or 50. There was this.
Can I just play it?
Yeah,
Can I
you
just
can
play
go
it here?
back and see if you guys can see it. As soon as she said, look at it, she said, please look at the timestamp. As soon as I looked at the video, it was
Okay. All right. I have it up right here. So why don't I just present it?
Yeah, go ahead
so
and present.
people don't have to search, because sometimes that doesn't end up happening. So I'm going to share my screen here. Okay, this is from August 28th at 51:05. Can you guys see this? Yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I can see it.
Great.
Look
I'm
at
going
the
to
right
need to
side.
hold on. Let me change. Do we need to hear you, Dolores, or just
I don't
see
think
it?
you need to hear it.
No, no, you
What
don't need to
her-
hear.
Just
Okay.
watch it
On the right side.
Okay, so
on her
on the
yeah,
right, so
over
here.
her left shoulder. Yes, correct, Bree.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Did you see it?
No.
Did you guys see it?
Yep. I'll go back.
Two. It
There
went
it
in
is.
and out.
Yes, it's like a
Huge
One,
orb.
if anything,
2.
yeah,
Yep.
right there.
And it's like
Yeah.
moving. It actually
Two
moves
orbs.
direct.
First it
Is
go
it
up
is it
and
two?
second down.
Right. The size is about her head, like it's a
It's
circle.
so big.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And then
That's
there it
really
is
cool.
again, real slow.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I saw it. Oh my God.
Wow. Cool. Thanks, Dolores.
I am
That's
so happy you shared that with me, because the orbs, you guys, they told me they're higher dimensional orbital beings. That was one of my first experiences when I was taking pictures and I started speaking light languages out in the farm field. And I had my very first orb come in the photograph. And then people would start saying to me when I was doing my videos in this room, in my other room up north, did you see that? And they would be like, go to your timestamp such and such in your videos. And you could see these orbs and things flying all over the room. So when she showed me that, I'm like, okay, you guys need to understand the power of what we're doing here. And I needed to share that with you guys. So I'm so happy you hopped in when you did.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Woo! That
Wow.
was really cool. Really cool.
How are you today, Dolores? How's it
Yes, how
going?
are you?
Thank you very much. I'm okay. Little bit tired, but okay. How are you?
Really good. I know it's late for you. Those of you who aren't familiar, Dolores is coming to us from Croatia. So it's a little late for her there. But so thank you for joining us once again. And I'm so happy that you did. It was right as I was getting ready to share your story. So I'm so happy that I waited.
Yeah. And we were just talking about blessing the earth, blessing the mountains in Montana that Angela just moved to, blessing the weather on earth, the hurricane situations, the wildfire situation, all of it. So if you would like to provide a blessing with us, we would really
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
You don't need to ask me. Okay. As Wendy
Kiss my
said
ass.
last time, you
You
don't
don't
need
need to ask me twice.
It happens anyway.
Okay,
Thanks,
thank you
Dolores.
very much. I will now. Havana Haim Harane Haim Havano Haim Harane Hinanakleheim Himwa Hanaken Himwa Mahanyakoe Himwa Mane Haranako Ham Hamma Ham Hamme Heyana Heya He Hayam Harana Hayam hamamahme vakana hamahme elanehe halanahamawana hamahmehme hayanahanehe yadanahe yohom Helena hayava hamaneke hayava elana he havayana keterana he elana he hayava he ke kiarana hayava irmawane hom Terevana hamya kono he Terevana halana kaya ho he Terevana he muana ke he Heravana he yala kano Harane harane clarayo Harane vahwana ko Harane mia he ake Harane lihi hi kiana ho Ham yekere ham bahano ham He yomaham Teheraka, Teheravana heyo kalaha, Teheraka mahwana keyo ha, Teheraha lehyakana he, Teheraka vahano kaye. Huawane, Vahvahwane, Aharane, Clarana he, Aharane, Clarahayo, Hemuana he wam, Taraveno he wam, Halareno he wam, Mahayane, Mahayane kyu hara, Hele 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 klaya, hele hele mahuanako, hele hele yahi yakye hai yakye kye kye, hele ne he yahuamanaha, hele ne he yamuamanahe, kiara no he wahwano bahare naka, hele hele klayano, hele hele yamuanake, hele hele kiara hineyo. Hiravane, Hiravakyano ho, Herakleya, Hiremahuana ke peace, Mahwarane, Mahwarane ke hala harmony, Hey yak 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 ya terevana ho, Kiarana haye. All elements together. Hamane, hamane klayano, hamane wahayane hata, hatera hatarana kiaro, hatera mehelana kayo, peace. Hemwa heme hekiaranaha, harmony kiala he kiananaha, yenaha. All elements together. Mewa heyenakoane, heyewanakanta, hey mamane he. Love to earth. Ye yahenaka, yaheyowe, yamanako, mahwaneke. Gratefulness to our Mother Earth. Yana heya huawane, geya halei katana, geya wahwana antarokota, taralahanyake, taravahanyake ramanaha, geya yanatakoyo, geya mahmaya kalarayana, geya vahanya kyotana hantikyuara manahantikarna, sun, moon, and earth together. Lehiatana kyonoho, lehia mahwahanhi kitaranahaya, ehye katahantan tiroan makoharanata yalakay hashkotana yanaka, lehlekli harneta, lehlekya maharanata kahanya ketihe. Peace, harmony, love. Inner world, outer world, lahanaka, yahero, peace to all hearts, maharanaka, within people and it our Mother Earth, laharano mahana ketaranahaya. Namaste.
Namaste. Nahakayanonaka toshete. Gamayanonaka. Thank you, dear sister in light, for connecting us with the heart of the universe. Mo'aunaka ondayana inanaka andayana mo'ona kiatose. Ja'ona. Kiawana hia. Reminding us and connecting us. All hearts are one heart. No'ano kwambaka. Shianote hea kasanasete shankoya. Meshotoya. Makanea.
hana kiwaramano ketara hana la kiurana antikio himwana ketarayana halakayo ketarayana mehwana keye yo hana kelara amato ketara ahalana kietona yo hama kelara hantineke yahera kirano yahera mantano yahera klara tena vivaka antayano taraham manhanti klarahan toke.
Clarahandea, Kia Dorianda Hayama Kaleaqua, Hani Adoguayana Hima Indakia Noama Andiana Ekoama Anana Uma Neke, or Anu Ama Ekiana and Noama Kaanoma Aniana Ita Yanayana Ana Anaki Andoriama Aikoama Inuma Una Iononoa, my ancient sister. It is divine to walk arm in arm with you once again. No ono aqua inumaya hinagia wanania koyania yana hia, as we remember and recognize na nakaya nanamakia shantia naniato yamahi, as many times as we've done before. Nia unakashinete, we will walk this way again. Nia ona koyana iwa ishonota yahanya ba ina nako andoya na maoana noya na ia ana antakia, holding the hands of a species during their ascension. Now each and every one of you. Walking in unison. Showing the way, creating the brightest light for those that wish to join in this beautiful light of love. Not to lead, not to follow, to join. Side by side as equals. Itoyami inanikwa. Shetoya. Bayanatea. Miyashote. It has been once again a beautiful reuniting with all of you. A powerful connection indeed. Thank you, Dolores. Thank you, all of you. What a powerful day, you guys. Every time I think you guys can't outdo the last week, you do. Wow.
Thank you. Angela said she is seeing her mountain range in her neighborhood glowing with energy. Katie said she's definitely speaking straight to the heart space with Dolores. My heart is beating so fast right now, fast and hard right now. That's what Jody said, Jody Runyon. There's some really beautiful comments, and Angela said, wow, powerful. My whole body's buzzing so much. Loving, beautiful, healing energies. Wow, Wendy, I can't thank you guys enough. She said she's feeling the mountains were saying thank you.
Most definitely the mountains were saying thank you. Hi, Don. Thanks for, I see him in the chat. Hi, Don. I was thinking about you today. And I don't know that we'll get time to do this today because we're kind of running a little late today too, because we were running late, but I did want to show Don that I did finish this from last week, and Bree and I were kind of putting together a little bit of a, and maybe it was meant to be that we didn't do this today, because we're going to put together a little bit of information that I received after, when I was finishing the symbols, and a little bit of information I received afterward, just some little downloads and things about how these help us. And so I just wanted to let you know that I did finish them. I haven't posted it on purpose yet, because we were kind of going back and forth about how and when to present that information. So I don't know if we'll do it next week during the hangout, or if we'll do it in a different time, but we wanted to just kind of elaborate just a little bit on a little bit of the information I received. But a lot of it really is stuff that we've actually covered today as well. about unlocking and gateways and keys and synapses and brain waves. And so a lot of the things that we already covered today are actually part of the information I received when I was finishing these. So I wanted to say hi, Don, and that I didn't forget about you. And so I just wanted to share that with all of you who did attend last week's webinar or watched it, and were wondering about these symbols. So
actually, Wendy, those symbols have been posted on the blog.
Oh, you did. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
I posted them this morning.
Thank you.
So I will put a link in the blog. However, we're going to be adding these extra details that Wendy channeled into that same blog post. So that blog post is going to be updated as I'm transcribing her channeling about it, because actually a lot to it.
We were talking about it in typing last week, and as I was finishing them, I started getting like these downloads, and so I started sending her these audio clips of information I was receiving, and she said, yeah, this is a little bit more extensive than we thought. Maybe we should gather some verbiage and put it with it, and kind of as a little bit of an explanation. So we were hoping to add that to it. So that's kind of how that all transpired. So I hadn't forgotten about you guys. I just wanted to let you know what was going on. So it was funny because talking about mirrors today, a lot of what was intended through these symbols last week and the information I was downloaded afterward, we really were mirrored, literally, pun intended, we're mirrored today. And so very interesting. And I love that Jay Holland said, again, the giant mirror of the ocean is also a liquid antenna to amplify the energies. And you're absolutely right. And this is something that Bree and we've known for a long time, and we felt it in the ocean. Every time that I bless the water, Will blesses the water, any of us bless the water. Anytime I'm at the ocean or the lake here, a creek, a tributary, it doesn't matter, you guys, bless the water. Even if it's just say, I love you and thank you. That's enough. It's enough. Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. We all want acknowledgement. We want to be acknowledged. And so that is so beautiful that you said that, Jay Holland, about the mirror, about the ocean, because it really is, you guys. It's a reflector. And this is a whole nother, again, every single week we go into a whole new wave of information that we could share again for hours, but you guys give us the fuel of conversation, the things to talk about, the things to elaborate on, the layers of uncovering. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, Don, for seeing the blog. I didn't even realize she posted it on my own website. So see how awesome she is.
Well, I finished it as we were getting started here. And, I mean, it says on there, tracing the symbols with your finger, and that's a part of the activation process. So guys, please check back. I would say within the next few days, we'll have the rest of the information on there.
And hi, Blue Star. I just want to say hi to Blue Star. Thank you, Bree, so much. Yes, and to help elaborate how the information and how to utilize these symbols and things. It made me think of Blue Star. She said I think it's a she. I don't know. I'm sorry. He, she, I don't know. Sometimes you guys' names, I don't know if you're a boy or a girl, and it doesn't matter. Just really a technicality. I can feel my heart chakra connected into the earth, and the earth I am laying on. Thank you. And I love that. Thank you. And Jody Reiki Medium 3333. I always bless the water, ocean, lake, creek, all water. Yes, and Dolores, thank you so much for always your contributions, and Will, Stefan, Michelle, Ivan. Oh my God, I'm so glad to see you here today, Ivan. I'm just so excited to meet you guys and then see you here in the Hangout. I really am beyond excited and delighted to have you here today and sharing your light languages, and so wonderful to have met you in person. And I do hope it's the first of many Hangouts and events that we all do together. And I'm hoping that, I don't like to use the word hope, you guys, anymore, because hope implies doubt, and I have no doubt about anything when it comes to this. I know all of you we are all going to be doing this work together, separate together, whatever we want to call it, but it'll always be together. And I really believe that one day, you guys, we are all going to be doing events together, and you guys will be the panels. You guys will be the light language linguists. You guys will be the ones sharing your story, just like we did in Fort Lauderdale. You guys are going to be the ones teaching this stuff, and you guys are going to be the ones sharing it where you live. That's what I know. And that's why we do what we do, because we want to plant the seeds. And a lot of what I was seeing in my own light language blessings was they were showing me all of us planting the seeds of love. They were helping us water them. They were shining their light on the seeds. They were showing me the seeds of our hearts, how they're blossoming. If I could explain to you guys the visions that I see sometimes when I'm speaking light languages or when I'm listening to you guys, and then the tones start in my ears, I can't explain it to you. It's like I go on this visual excursion or holiday, or I can't even describe it, what I see and what you guys do for me, and speaking these languages and sharing all that you share. So I just wanted to thank you so much. And Bree, God, thank you so much for everything that you do and help, and your love and patience. And sorry about you guys. For some reason, every now and then I start to wonder, when we start to do this wonderful work together, that I sometimes feel like there's energies that are interested in not having this information shared, and I will come hell or high water.
It's happening anyway. Too bad.
It's gonna happen anyway. So, so it's the way it is.
No
So they do not know the force in which they are reckoning with. So yeah, the force says, not just me. I'm talking about collectively as well. But yeah, when it comes to me, yeah, they don't know who they're messing with. Oh, I didn't get to say goodbye, Will. I didn't see that he said goodbye. Thank you, Will, for being here and staying so long. I appreciate it. It
was nice when he's traveling.
It is.
Well, is there anything else you wanted to cover today, Wendy?
I think at this point we've once again just blown it way out of the water, and the ripples are flowing all over the cosmos.
I think so too.
And the new faces, I'm just delighted and elated, and I'm just so excited. You guys have no idea how I love this and love bringing this to you. And so thank you. And so I'll come up with a better plan to hopefully start these, get things going earlier so we can actually get going on time. So I do appreciate all of your love and patience and your contributions. You guys are awesome. Does anybody want to unmute and have anything to say before we wrap up or anything at all?
I would.
Love and light to all.
Thank you, Dolores. Go ahead, Shelley.
So one of your videos, I don't remember when, but it could have been a year ago, you had showed the light code of you wrote love, joy, gratefulness. It's a triangle with skulls. And I wrote on my mirror, I just wanted to share that. I guess it was my permission to be who I am, and it was what unlocked me in a way. So thank you. I wanted to say I'm humbled by being with you here right now. Thank you so much. And I feel like that 0 point is the now moment, is always being in your now moment.
It absolutely is. The 0 point is always being in the now moment. And when we are in the triangle of love and joy and gratitude, doing what we love, this is where we rest in harmony. Is this the image you were speaking of?
Yes, it was what you drew on one of your videos. It could have been a year ago. I'm not sure when.
And actually, well, this okay, so maybe it was something else that I drew. This I actually drew, gosh, probably back in 2013 or something.
Could have been a video. That video,
it could have been, because I mean that's how long ago or maybe 15.
Quantum.
It might have been 2015. I could be later than I thought, but because I wrote all of these. This is one of my first sketchbooks. And I wrote these in 2015. So it probably was at the same time. And actually for number 8, I wrote Sirius Yael Shikani, because that's what Bashar said at the time. So I probably drew this in 2015 is my guess.
Thank you.
There is something wanted to be spoken. Can I tell something more?
Oh, sure, of course. I never want to discourage anybody.
Tera vahon naklane, tera nahyano ketara, maharna kalano hoya hanta veno kenahe, yehia chiaro hatara, antravahano mekwane, yahla leya kianaho, tahaye nahaya vahane. That's all. Namaste.
Nashiata. Nyamayatoshi. And yes, we are, guys. We're almost mostly made of water, and there's a reason for that. And there's a reason why this is all that we're all connected this way, and that we're also deeply connected to the water. So yes, we have the ability to really create our new reality by speaking to the water in our bodies. So yes, I do appreciate that. And thank you for reminding us of that. I was just reading through some of the comments. So Jay Holland, yes, we are mostly made of water. And yes, we are creatures of intention. Remember, as Bashar said, Magi nation. Your imagination. You are a nation of magi, a nation of magicians. Your imagination is the key, is the bridge to speaking to your higher self. Your imagination is your higher self telling you what's the most exciting thing that you can do for yourself. Nyashatehia. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. We should probably close for today because you know.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Ivan had unmuted. Did you want to say something?
Oh, go ahead, Ivan, please.
I thought maybe. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Hi.
Yay.
Hey, I was actually when Wendy, you were saying that we're going to be doing this, we're going to be on panels and doing things like this. Well, the person that helped me figure out that I'm a fractal of Archangel Chamuel, which was shocking as hell, she had previously discovered that she's a fractal of Archangel Charity, my counterpart. And she had already told me, hey, by the way, you're going to be singing and you're going to be making YouTube videos. I'm like, well, that's interesting because I don't sing and I don't make YouTube videos. But then again, I'm like, okay, now I'm seeing how this is starting to evolve. You said, you guys are going to be on panels of sharing this type of information. I'm like, pardon my French, but no shit.
No shit. And I'm deeply connected to the angelic realm. So you are in good company here.
I just found that so comical, so funny. I'm like, wait a second. Now you're the third person that has brought this up as far as, yeah.
The Trinity, the trinary, the triangle, the three, what?
Exactly.
That's so exciting.
Yay!
And you know what? With that, Ivan, I remember back when I first got involved in all of this, and I saw Wendy speaking light language on YouTube when I first met her in Hucalo, and I thought she was doing it professionally. And then one of our channeler friends said, "Oh, you're going to be speaking on a stage and conscious channeling and stuff." And I'm like, "I'm what? Huh?" Like I couldn't even. Are you sure about that? But there was also it was a tiny, tiny, tiny part of me at that time that was like, of course, of course. But all of the rest of it was, all those layers of doubt and everything was built up over it. And over the years, I've been ripping them off or slowly peeling them off piece by piece. And so that's cool that you're sharing that with me because I know the feeling. I know the feeling of we're so used to playing small that it becomes what we only think we're capable of. And when you start to imagine, what if I were to go do this? It's like you start to expand your possibilities more and more until the point where it becomes, I can't do anything but go out and share. I am unable to not share over time.
Well, this is the ironic thing because I am very much an introvert. Now, with that being said, that does not mean if I have to stand in front of a crowd, as long as I know what the heck I'm talking about, I can present and that's fine. But I just found it very amusing because usually I'm very kept to myself. And mind you, if I have something to share, like light language and things of that nature, I'm all for sharing. But it's ironic that my personality type, being such an introvert, it's all of a sudden like, oh, really? So let's put you in the ultimate, be comfortable, get comfortable being uncomfortable. So I was like, okay, challenge accepted.
I like that. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, you guys. I used to be painfully, painfully shy. Can you imagine?
I had to laugh out loud.
Of course, I can imagine, because I was the same.
Me
Yep.
too.
Painfully shy. And Ivan, I got to ask you something. So, and you can be honest, or you could say, I don't want to answer, but I mean, I want you to be honest. You know, that's the first time I've ever done an event like that out loud in a group of people, and look at all the adversity that we had to overcome through the whole thing, and everything that, and it was so painful for me to have that whole situation happen with the hotel, because I felt like we didn't do justice to all of you, and that we couldn't get the information across that we wanted, and that we were short on time because of everything that happened. And so, in your opinion, I mean, I've never spoken to a crowd of people like that, done light languages in a physical room with a bunch of strangers like that. Did it appear to you that it was the first time we'd ever done it?
No, as a matter of fact, it just seemed seamless. Now, the comical part of it was, and I'll be honest with you, whenever you were talking about more on the aquatic side, and all of a sudden we have the water start dripping into the room.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Now, instantly in my mind, I thought to myself, okay, she needs to quit speaking that because she's making it rain more. She needs to stop. I mean, why are you calling the water gods? Come on, we don't want to be.
It was like, we don't want this. And it was like, all of a sudden I was talking about the water in our bodies, just so you guys know. I was talking about the water in our bodies and how we talk to our bodies and how we can change our chemical structure and all this stuff, and how we're mostly water and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, you guys, and we'll tell you all about it another day, but all of a sudden the ceiling in the meeting room, in the event room, started leaking. And I'm not talking leaking. It started as a drip and it ended up as like a waterfall. And it completely changed the rhythm of the entire weekend. The flow. And it did. It literally did change the flow of the entire weekend, pun intended. And so I have to say that with all of that said, though, like Ivan said, though, what I was going for is that even though I really wasn't nervous, because like you said, I was speaking from what I knew in my heart. And because it felt so perfectly natural, even though it was like nothing I'd ever actually done before like this, but it felt like it was the most natural thing. And this was exactly what we were supposed to be doing.
And that's why it seemed so seamless whenever you did it. And I'll be your reflection in that sense. You saying that example, if I'm going to be in front of a panel and expressing my experience with light language, sure, my ego will be like, oh, how the heck are you going to do that? But when you let go and you just let it flow, it seems so natural that people don't even notice. As a matter of fact, when you turned around, then all of a sudden did the blessing for the room, I was like, holy crap, when did she transform? All of a sudden we got a fairy goddess over here speaking some sort of craziness out. And am I feeling magical? I don't know if I'm feeling magical or nervous, but it just seems it's going to be a hell of a ride.
Yeah, I was just like, at that point, it was like, well, we might as well just go with the flow here, folks, because there's nothing we can do about it.
No, it was a lot of fun, I have to say. Anyways, even though we had some mishaps, I think it came out phenomenal. I know Linda was, maybe disappointed because of the turnout or the little mishaps, but honestly, I think all the information needed to be conveyed was conveyed in a very beautiful way, and quite a few of the people that I still talk to, they're very thankful for that. So
absolutely,
it worked tremendous for me, because like I said, I thought I was just opening my little faucet and it was just dripping out. And you're like, no, honey, you got to turn it all the way up.
Crank up the volume.
Wow.
Oh, yay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you saying that, because of course it has been just such a tremendous, point of conversation, of course, for Bree and I over the last few weeks, and coming to terms with all of that. And so that makes me really happy to know that. And I had to just honor that for the people that were there, what got shared needed to be shared. The people that needed to be there were there. And that is all that mattered. It didn't matter. And just like Bashar says, circumstances don't matter. Only your state of being matters. And the only thing that mattered to me that day, regardless of the circumstances, was that our vibration stayed what we wanted it to be, and that we were there for you guys, and that's all that mattered. And so that's I thank you for saying that. And I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I felt like I just, I needed to know that. But the point was you guys, is because I want all of you to understand that we've all been where you were before. And Jody's right. I never used to put my face behind the camera on my light language videos for the first year for a lot of reasons, because I hadn't come out to my family. Nobody knew what I was doing. I was too afraid. I was embarrassed, all of those things. And then finally I told my partner, and then finally I just started putting myself behind the camera, and really everything blossomed and changed for me. And so I appreciate you saying that. And I want all of you guys to know that, like Bree and me, and if this is something you're interested in doing, this is another reason why we like to do this, to show you guys y'all can do this too. And if you want to learn how to be moderators, learn how to run technology, learn how to have your own hangouts, that's why we do this, to show you guys, see, mistakes happen. You start late, things happen. You know what? Shit happens. So what? Do it anyway, do it scared, and be, just like you said, Ivan, be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because until you can be comfortable with being uncomfortable, you can never sit in front of this camera looking like I do today. I don't even think I'm like, oh, did I even comb my hair? I was just so, I'm just, so we forget about this face mask, and we let our hearts shine. That is the beauty we show each other. That's it.
In my experiences, honestly, you just need to roll with it, because whenever you find, okay, you have it planned out how something you wanted to happen, but when circumstances say otherwise, I've discovered that that's where a lot of the real magic happens. Once you improvise, you're like, well, crap, we're not doing it this way. Now we're going to dance this way. So this is what makes it much
our
more
response.
It's not monotonous. And now you're like, okay, you thought you were going straight. Now you're going to zig and zag. And then you do the 2 steps back, do the cha-cha-cha, and move on forward. So
yes, the flow.
And that is exactly what we talked about yesterday and Bashar said this many years ago, it is your response to the same set of circumstances that when your response changes to the same problem, you've grown. That's our compass for growth and expansion. When you can look at that situation and laugh at it instead, or say exactly like that, it was supposed to happen this way. It needed to, for whatever reason. And everything that Bree and I've talked about the entire weekend, beginning to end, before, during, and after, everything that we called going wrong, it was like we realized the perfection in all of it.
Yeah.
And when you can do that, that's when you've actually changed, that we're growing and expanding. When we can look at that situation differently and respond differently.
And also to add to that is, a lot of times things do happen to get you out of your head.
Yep.
Space. So because once you're here, your head, it's already disconnected. You're going off of what you're feeling here, what you need to do next. And that's something that I've learned from my military experience and quite other experiences, that doesn't matter how structured you want to set up whatever you have setting up, you have to learn to be malleable and just kind of go with the flow. And that's where the trip or that adventure becomes much more fun and much more enjoyable, just to be in that type of experience.
It does. You're co-creating with the universe, with the cosmic mother, with the cosmic father, with all that is, when you are in that flow. And when you're resisting the flow of how things are ending up for reasons that are always for our highest good, whether or not we know it at the time, you're able to start to co-create and conscious breathing, calm yourself down, like get into that 0 point field, right, that we all have within us when we're in that present moment. And that, just like you said, Ivan, that's where the magic can happen. And I think light language is also a whole other, it's like with that knowing that we can go with the flow, no matter how, if things go a way that we didn't foresee, that we didn't plan for, light language has helped me to go with that flow more and drop more into the heart space and like, okay, it's gonna be okay. It's okay. Everything's changed. You know, we're not taking this plane that we thought we were taking, or we're not, but it's just like, and you always end up learning later, you know, that it happened the way it needed to. So, yeah, this has just been such a beautiful conversation. Angela said in the YouTube live chat, thank you, Angela. She said, you did such a great job, Wendy and Bree. It was a beautiful event that I'm still feeling the benefits from. Glad I got to witness it. It allows me to feel more comfortable when I have the opportunity. Thank you.
We really,
that is so sweet.
We truly appreciate that. That was very appreciative, and even all that with the technology and having to move rooms and the sound equipment and everything and the live stream. And I was just, I felt for Bree because she's just like me. We just wanted it to be so perfect and just going with the flow and just saying, okay, well now, and you know, so it was a really great learning experience for all of us. We gained so much wisdom about letting go. It was just really about just allowing and letting go and just, and it was such a beautiful weekend. We made such beautiful friends and contacts, and it was amazing. So thank you, Angela. Thank you, Ivan. I really appreciate that. We haven't had the opportunity to get a lot of feedback, and Bree and I've also talked about doing some get-togethers with all of you guys, you know, that were at the that were at the webinar, and just, you know, doing some Zoom room hangouts. And I was trying to figure out the logistics of it today as far as trying to get it where everybody can attend. So I wasn't sure how I would do it, if I would throw out some dates and see what works for the most, or so anyway, I got the cogs going, just so you know.
Also, think about, like you brought up earlier about a later time, because usually I'm on here because the manufacturing plant where I work at, where we build business jets, is shut down because of the hurricane.
Okay.
So therefore, I probably
wouldn't
get on.
Right. And I wanted a couple people, like, you know, like some other, the people that had mentioned they couldn't be here either because they're, you know, they work during the day and stuff. So I've been, I've been thinking about doing that. Yeah. Doing like an evening thing. What would be a good time, Ivan? Like 6, do you think? Like 6 Central Time or Eastern?
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, honestly, yeah, Central Time would be better. And I think it's much more feasible, especially since, like,
well, I mean, whatever time, like, so would like 6 o'clock Eastern Time be good? Because you're in the are you in Eastern Time, right? Yeah. So like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. maybe would be good, because then people are done working and taking care of the kids and dinner and all that stuff.
Definitely having their own time to themselves.
Yeah. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe we'll plan on something like, say, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll just throw out a couple of dates. And even if we have to do more than one, you know, it's just something that I've been wanting to do. And I wanted to thank all of you guys for, you know, being at the event and stuff. And so that was just something we've been talking about doing. But anyway, plus all these other, I want to do other hangouts too, you guys, in general. I want to do other ones in the evening too, so that for those of you who cannot join these Wednesdays during the day, that I want to, you know, not necessarily do the same kind of hangout, but do other types of hangouts in the evenings as well, so that we can expand and do other things and do, you know, incorporate a lot of this other stuff, like oracle cards and crystals and things like that, and light, in addition to the light languages and healing modalities and Reiki and all that. So lots of things in the works. And now that we have a Zoom room, we have a lot more flexibility than we did before to be able to do this kind of stuff. So that was part of the whole process of getting the Zoom room too. So I appreciate the encouragement that kind of sets a fire under me too, to kind of get going.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, Evan.
No, I was going to say, put some not dates, I guess days and times, and see what type of feedback you get from people.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that way it'll better help you guys kind of get the logistics aspects.
Right.
Of it.
Because everyone at the event came from different places around the country and stuff. So if we can come with with what seems like the good for all of for the most people.
Right.
Yeah, that would be great. So yeah.
Well, I think what I'd like to do is run a poll on your Facebook page, Wendy, for
oh, good
other
idea, Bree.
of other types of hangouts that everybody can join.
That's a great idea.
So I'll run that on the Facebook page.
Oh,
so
that
you
would be
guys
great.
can
Thank you
run.
for thinking of that. I see I have all this technology at my disposal and I actually forget about it. And Bree has to remind me like, oh, we can do this and we can do that. And there's things I can do with there's stuff I can do with my website. I don't even realize I can do. So forgive my technological ignorance.
It's all good. It's all good. So
and I worked in computers for 40 years or 30 years, you guys, but when it comes to this stuff,
it was a while ago, so they've changed a lot. But it was nice that you joined us today, Ivan, because you were one of many attendees at our event that I didn't even get to talk to.
I know, we really didn't get to have a conversation with. And
wanted to sit down and actually speak, so it's really nice that you're here. And the same goes for all the rest of the attendees at our event.
Yeah, if you guys happen to watch these videos, if you happen to be tuning in or watching it, then it'd be great if we guys, if we can all get together again. And I sort of feel like everything kind of got left undone at the end because we were just so rushed and you didn't get to say goodbye. And I just felt like there wasn't I feel like I didn't have closure.
Yeah, there wasn't.
That's what it was. I feel like I didn't have closure. Like I didn't get to hug everybody and say goodbye and chit chat. And it was just, yeah. So
we will work some things out. So
I think we're just going to have to do another event just cause.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited that this is all happening and that people are connecting and that we can even talk about any of this. I mean, how lucky are we that we can actually have these conversations and, ask these questions and learn about ourselves and learn about all that is. And it's just, we're very lucky. So thank you everybody who watched today on YouTube. Thank you everybody who joined in the room, of course, Dolores and Ivan and Michelle, and everybody who's always, kind of watching and viewing and commenting and sharing good energy with us and supporting. We really appreciate it. You guys can go to languagesoflights.com. That's Wendy's website to watch for upcoming things that we have going. Check out the blog. Again, I will post it in the comments of this webinar after it's done as well. The blog posts that we're specifically referencing from the Lyran Syrian Council and Shikani and Speaker New, I believe.
Yeah, there's a little bit of everybody peppered in there, I think.
Yep. So I'll be posting that as well. I feel like it's really massive information, but we also have to take our time to ground it into the earth plane and into our own.
Good point.
Awareness. And I mean, just as Wendy's talking about, it can do this and it can do this. And she's channeling all this information. I'm like, whoa.
She's like, whoa, this is expensive.
Like, I can't type all of this in a little, so we're working on it. So we do these every Wednesdays at 1:11 p.m. Central Time. We're getting better at the technology. Zoom, we're learning more about Zoom and live streaming and everything. So again, thanks for waiting around.
For bearing with us, you guys. And Shell, thank you so much. Shell, thanks for coming in. And Ivan and Dolores, of course. And Sweetie, thanks so much for staying up so late. I appreciate it. I know if we do an evening hangout, you probably won't be able to be there because it'll be the middle of the night. But thank you, Shell. We're so much for Michelle for dropping in too. And where are you in the world? Where are you at in the world, Michelle?
I'm in Massachusetts, the northern side, and I'm right near the ocean, 3 miles away from.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so you're also in the Eastern time zone.
Yes. Yep. Okay. An hour off. Okay. But
gotcha. I understand. Okay.
I'm honored, humbled. Thank you so much.
And you guys too, if in the comments section too, go ahead when we're done with the video, Michelle, if you want, go ahead and throw your YouTube channel link in there in the comments section afterward. I don't know if it'll let us do it in the live chat here, but if you want to put it in the comments when the video's over, please do. She's got a channel as well. And I like to encourage everybody. And usually when I do that too, I add it to my playlist. So like if I have like light languages or something, I usually add other people to my playlist too. So, but yeah, please do share that. And I've been actually attaching people's YouTube channels to my YouTube channel. Like, so I've got Dolores and Bree on there and stuff. So I've been doing that too, so that when people come to my channel, they see, you know, a list of other people that, as you guys come and share your links with me and come in these hangouts, I've been adding you to my kind of page too, so that, you know, we can share all of this information together and, you know, share our work globally.
Thank you very much. That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you being here. Thank you, all of you. Did we leave anything out, Bree? And my
Nope.
services, yeah, if you guys want, I do light language activations. I do pre-recorded audio recordings and videos. If you, I do oracle readings. I do one-on-one private sessions. I record it. You get your own recording. What else do I do? Personalized symbols, if you want activation symbols. That's part of the light language activation services. So check them out. If there's anything I can help you guys with, that's great. I love all of you. Love all the personal private correspondence. I've made some amazing friends. I love all of you so much. Yeah. Anything else, Bree?
I think we're good.
I think we're good. Well, I think I'm going to hop over here and I'm going to stop the broadcast.
I can cut it on my end. So why don't you wrap us up, Wendy?
All right. That sounds good. Miashote, liaso, alakoshonatea, elezono, zavojonate, ikalasete, imashekia. It is in divine grace and gratitude and honor that I share this sacred space with all of you, and that you have chosen to share your sacred space and time here with us today. Thank you. Miyasate. Alakia. Mahala. Namaste. Laka.
Namaste.
Nyaka.